bad signal. So these communities are receiving these things. The ministry is doing so. Like I said, the ministry is working out modalities to ensure that these things are not abused. These things are not abused, to ensure that no one uses it for personal gains, so that they're not stolen, they're not taking off where they're kept. So quarterly, the ministry will send a team to check on them. Here, the community chair seeking clarity on how these materials should be used, who's responsible to keep them, and for what purpose. So this is for Jamaica Road. This is for Jamaica Road.
Because we all had a notion we work together.
This is for Jamaica Road. And so the community leadership has assembled. Here we have the community youth chairperson has mobilized the community, and they are taking these donated items to safekeeping. So taking it to safekeeping. So 2 different communities will be receiving theirs. 2 different communities will be receiving theirs right here. So 45 pieces of steel, they're being offloaded from their work. Do they
Let me call you back. Let me call you back. I'll call you back. Yes, I'll call you back.
All right, so everybody that is here from the community, from the Ministry of Public Works, please give me your attention. Please give me your attention. These tools have been provided by the Ministry of Public Works through the Liberia Urban Resilience Project. This project is a World Bank Finance project. And today we are giving tools to, in fact, the whole situation is benefit over 45 communities. Both in Central Ireland, Central Monrovia, as well as in For this moment, we are giving tools to 2 communities here now. We have Jamaica Road and Bassett Town. Central Jamaica Road and Bassett Town. And before we make these donations, I want to highlight a few things that are important. Number 1, the tools that we are giving here today are not for any one community member. They are not for the community chairman, they are not for the co-chair, they are not for any member of the community. They are for the community as a whole. That's the first important thing. The second thing is that they must be used for drainage cleaning. You get me? They must be used for drainage cleaning. You are aware that on 2 different occasions, the Liberia Urban Resilience Project has been helping the communities to clean the drainages. Last year, this year before last, and this year. We want this to continue. we project or as a ministry, that is not going over and over. That is why we are providing these rules so that it can be sustainable. So the community will continue to use the tools for village schooling. Today, like I said, at this point, we are giving tools to the Basa community, Basa town. We are giving 5 pieces of every video wheelbarrow, as you can see before them. Then we are giving 20 pieces of 3 days shovel. Every day shovel. We are giving 10 cutlasses. We are giving 10 rakes, 10 diggers, the one we are giving for the tractors and the one work. And then the rain boots, we are also giving for the tractors of the rain boots. The same thing, the same problem for Central Jamaica Road. There are about 5 wheelbarrows, 20 shallows, 10 cutlasses, 10 rakes, 10 diggers for the tractors of grain dog and for the tractors of green boots. So, in regards to what I told you earlier, we have developed guidelines for the use of the tools, the management. That includes how you will store the tools will handle it, what will take, how it will be returned to storage. Everything is recorded in this guidelines so that it can guide you as communities to use the tools properly. So I'm giving one copy to larger communities, and I'm also giving one copy to Central Jamaica Road. So we have a delivery note. You go for Sunday, so that we can take copy. You can also take snapshots for your own record. So you can say it's Sunday, both communities. So just maybe about a minute so that we can go to that. So let's go to Central Jamaica Road. There's a coach here.
Thank you. What's the name, sir?
This is something we know.
You are the team leader of this team, right?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Winner. For and on behalf of the chair of our chair and the 2 communities that are receiving now, I want to appreciate the donors and the Minister of Public Works and the government of Liberia for this, because we've been partnering for the past 3 years. They did not just come out. We've been in partnership, we've been clean. People have been dedicating their time in the junior channel. Today we are reached this level, but we like to make these few counts. Our community have also been working with cleaning, keeping the main drainage channel clean over 30 years. This is our community responsibility, and we have an arranged plan as we speak for the 2 communities. We have warehousing facility, and some of these schools that you see are staying in our storage. The last year, some of the material those ones that don't warehouse, they stay in active service. I want to assure you that it will be used for the intended purpose. To the donors, we appreciate you. We hope that these things will not come in like it's coming now. I want to say thank you for on behalf of the chair of our chair. We want to assure you that the bills that have been given, we pray that the bigger one. We also want to appeal that this block, especially to the community, there are 2 other communities that are affected seriously, Sawmill and Vilema. So we got a joint team. We work on the village from here to the Southern Creek with the Public Works team yearly. And the way we are receiving today, maybe that's why you see we take the country coming. Our brother there will be concerned that we let them out. We know that as more donations come to you, they will think about it. Please remember Vilema and Sawmill.
Yeah, first of all, I'm Johanna L. Dolly. I'm the vice chairman of Vilema, Basta community. So we want to say thank you to Luke Tim from the Ministry of Public Works. Uh, the donation comes in a way that we have been taking care of the villages in our various communities. Since we received it, we have been partnering with the team 2 years now. I think that the donation is in a good faith. A lot of us enhance the unit way, the waterway for the safety of our own resident people. So I want to say thank you, and we hope for both collaborations as we go through the rainy season. Thank you all so much.
All right, so we will go to formally sign the zero note. What you say regarding the other communities is true.
And so the Ministry of Public Works continues its distribution to other communities. So we're just bringing you a few of the 44 communities that are to benefit from this project. Thank you for watching. You have just followed the official page of the Ministry of Public Works. So the ministry will continue its donation to 44 communities that are to benefit on Bourgeois Island. Greater Monroeville, and Southern.
Okay, so this is the official Facebook page of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, and in our
After the warning shot, the officer used his who had the knife in his thigh, and even the one standing next. After the warning shot, the officer used the same service weapon, and he fired at the victim, who got injured and later was taken to the JFK hospital and pronounced dead. We regret the incident. At this point in time, investigation is ongoing. Uh, the use of force continuum looking at the shooting. Uh, Hopefully tomorrow we will conclude it because there are one or two officers that we could not speak with, especially the one who got the fatal stabbing. However, I mean, this case is in two different proportions. Those who went without the call of Central to respond to the scene on their own and did not give the appropriate information to portion the responding team and the use of force continuum. So hopefully by tomorrow or later this week, we'll have a detailed concluded report on the exact use of force a report, and that of the other officers who intervened. But so far, so good. As far as we are seeing, we have not fully identified any breach yet of the use of force continuum as far as where the investigation is. On Sunday, October 12th, in the Johnsonville community, Mr. Prince Yelu paid a visit to his relative in the Johnsonville community, somewhere he used to live before. He came riding his bike and parked the bike outside of the relative's house and went in to talk to the relative. While he was in, a neighbor of the relative violently entered the house and said that they were looking for Prince, that Prince was a motorcycle rogue. And immediately he started pushing all around, pulling his ceiling down. So Prince came and said, well, here am I. I'm not a motorcycle thief. Before he could even end that, he struck him, and then the entire crowd broke into the house, pulled him out, and executed what you all have seen on the different videos that are circulating. We want to use this means to strongly condemn that action. It is a complete violation of his rights. It's a violation of humanity, and it just speaks to how low the society has stooped. If we have members of our community that we will be standing for and defending using the same human rights value, can't even wait for the rule of law, then you wonder where we are. However, we have launched an investigation. We have arrested 6 persons from that community. The neighbor who jumped in the community is on the run in his neighbor's residence and pulled the guy out. He's on the run. But fortunately, the person he was visiting can identify almost everyone who participated in that particular strike against Prince Yelu. So a manhunt is on for all of them, and we can assure you all that they will be arrested and justice will be served. From the last update on the Brian McGill case, we were at the point where his phone was being analyzed. We had exhausted that of the cell phone tower records, which supported his alibi. And we had 2 last steps, and that was one, the analysis of his phone, and that of the DNA testing. The phone analysis has come back, and we still have not found anything incriminated in the phone to have him charged. So at this point, the last thing we're looking at will be if we can find any other information from the DNA analysis. Unfortunately, the machines here are not working, so we've asked for help, and we're still waiting for response from the governments that we've asked for help on this issue. And let me say this: we're investigators. We cannot allow our personal emotions to lead the investigation. Then basically we fail. We've already failed. And to a larger extent, I think emotions have been high for all of us on this particular case. Unfortunately, we just have not been able to establish the probable cause. In this case, I know there was a case cited at Wakuma versus the Republic of Liberia, where this guy was accused by the lady, and yes, he was brought into to answer, and he was charged with this crime. If this had been a case where this girl, in an isolated area, in a bush or somewhere, had an encounter with this particular man and said, this is the man, yes, we're arrested for him to come and vindicate himself. What makes this case unique is that there's electronic evidence that contradicts what these claims are. So on the basis of that, we cannot look at a outright contradiction of the evidence to go ahead and make an arrest. I would like to re-echo No one is above the law. As a matter of fact, Mr. McGill has already been suspended. So if it's his right integrity as a minister that we're trying to protect, I think by now that has been stripped off him and we should be able to do the needful. Unfortunately, in this case, what the needful is not what everybody else wants to hear. But we're still looking, the investigation is not closed. Something did happen to the little girl, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I know there are tons of questions, so I will start.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good everything, wherever you're watching me from. That depends on wherever you're watching us from. Thank you for being here this evening on my end. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for always being here and always, you know, watching us and us come up here and say our own, as everybody can say, about Liberia. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, yesterday we didn't come on because it was, a lot of homework on my end. Um, yes, y'all, I'm a student. Homework, and I got my own students, my kids, and everything else. So I wasn't able to come on, and everybody else, I guess. It was Columbus Day. Can you believe that said somebody discovered America? How did you discover America when people was already here? These history, I swear to God, we have to be like boring holes in them and finding out what really going on with them. America was always here. The Indian was already here. How did Columbus, how did this guy discover America? Okay, we'll take it. Whatever they tell us, we'll take it. So what were the Indians at the time? So we would discover America with the Indians on there? Is that what they're trying to tell us? Or discover America like in big old farmland laying somewhere that nobody knows about? How then you if the Indians were already here, you didn't discover it. Someone have already did. I've already done that. So I really don't know about the whole Columbus thing, but we would take it, right? The smart people say that's what happened, so we will go with that. Yeah. So thank you, Tama. Thank you for watching for Burkina Faso. How is Wako Dugu? Is it this morning or this evening? I think everybody have the same time in Africa, right? But thank you for watching. Yeah, so thank you everyone. So do me a favor, you guys. You know what I always say here. Go to your Facebook, your YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share, and come back. Let's discuss while we wait for the guys to come on. Please do that for me. That's your part of the deal, right? You're not on here because for some reason you're shy or whatever the reason is. Let me put the link in the comment section. If you want to come on, you're welcome. This is a safe space for everyone to come on here and run their mouths. As simple as that. I'm just going to pull it like that, right? Run their mouths on anything pertaining Liberia. So, yeah. Oh, okay, Summer. Okay, so Liberia has the same time as Burkina Faso. Okay, so yeah, do that. Please share, comment, and yeah, Lee, I have. Well, that's what I discredit Columbus because I don't believe that whole, you know, him discovering America BS. I don't believe in it. I don't know if Touré does, but I don't. People are already here, Touré. So this is my thing I was just saying, talking about Columbus discovering America. Do you believe that, Touré?
Say no.
Oh, dear.
I knew you were gonna say something, but absolutely not. I mean, I think you and I we are very much clear on that. You can discover something that there was a footprint on, right? Matter of fact, history have it that there are black people here before Columbus even came here.
Hey, let's not even start that. That one.
No, for real. I mean,
if any black person were here before Columbus got here,
there are black people. There are black people. There are black people on this land before Columbus could even come here.
Well, guess what happened to that? This is the theory I got for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their parents came to walk a ball from Africa and they got lost. If they were here, that's the theory there. Because
no, but you almost have to understand. I'm telling you, there were black people in these Americas before Columbus.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
right?
How it happened.
No, but it's not about what. But you have to understand the first.
Oh, you're talking about him discovering the whole
the first exhibition was done by a black man. You know that. In the world, to say they want to see the end of the Atlantic Ocean, right? That first voyage was a black guy.
Who said that to me? I would say so.
I mean,
play my real close to it. I would say that one. Yeah, who said so?
We read history books. I can give you references. Like, look, at the end of the day, right? Everything that black people have discovered, every contribution that black people have done to civilization, they have all been placed on a back burner, right?
Of course.
And you'll be shocked to know that black people are one of
so he named them. Oh, so okay. There's
so many. Look, there's so many. I'm talking about, black contributions that people have always not, give credit to black people on, like the telescope, the microscope. I mean, you can go down the line. I'm talking about contribution in science, contribution in medicine, contribution in, in so many things.
We're smart, right? Like that, huh? We're smart like that. Is that
but you see, that's the thing. You can't be the mother of civilization and not be smart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's why when I see black people, carrying themselves in any way that don't suggest that they are the dominant race, it really kind of mess me up sometimes, But again, to each his own. I carry myself like that every single day, and nobody would actually make me feel otherwise. And the travesty of black people has been the fact that people continue to mess with us. They don't want to allow us to self-determine. They don't want to leave us to self-determination, because they understand, the day we come together is over. The day we come together, the whole neo-colonial dispensation will be over.
Is that ever gonna happen?
Well, it's hard, man. It's hard to talk because the whole Madingo man.
You got a house Negro. You got a few Negroes.
You know what I mean? That in itself is a problem in itself. We too damn separated.
You got a house and a field. They can't get along.
I mean, it is ridiculous. Look, there is absolutely no way in hell. The only thing that helped these people in the side of the world, they just decided to put that whole ethnicity aside, right? They just look at their race. That's it, the white race. But in our own hand, we all black, but hey, you got Gribble man, Baza man, Kisi man, Mango man, Loma man.
You think about it, it's not. I don't think
man,
it's the greed.
Man.
Greed. Everybody just about themselves.
Bro, that in itself is an issue. I mean, you cannot have people like that. Look at Ivory Coast, right? Somebody told me that the ethnic grouping in Ivory Coast can go almost to 60.
What?
I mean, that is insane, yo.
That's a lot. How many in
That's a
Nigeria?
lot, man. Huh?
Nigeria has a lot
Then you
too.
go to Nigeria too. Then you go to different. I mean, it is just difficult for people like that, right? With that ethnic imbalances, right? Some people feeling that they're better than other people. For people to work on a one arm, but it's just hard. It is just hard for us to be united, man. I
Well, guess
mean,
what? In Liberia, it's not about ethnicity now. It's about party, political party.
well, trust me. I mean, there's a combination of both.
That's what had happened to our country now. And thanks to this whole blue revolution, according to them, that's what had happened to our country. It's not about Liberia anymore. It's about party. And
No, it's actually the combination of both.
Party.
It's actually the combination of both.
Coming up, new parties. Now we got Lynn would agree with me here when I said we got to own a new sister party that came out. I mean, and every time they just come in. We can't get enough of it.
Well, you and Lynn Lagbo can go on that exhibition for as long as you guys want to. By the end of the day, you know, you don't see anything CDC written on my forehead. There is nothing. CMC rather. There's nothing like CMC written on my forehead. Nothing like CMC written, you know, as a backdrop or anything like that. My name definitely.
It's coming.
So you guys can run with that innuendos and propaganda and misrepresentation all you want. You know what I mean?
We'll pray for long life. We're here. We'll see. We'll hold our breath, Lynn. Don't worry.
But again, you know, things happen when that decision shall be made. Then obviously that will be done publicly and everybody.
You are not even telling us that is no way in the world that's gonna happen. You just never.
No, I'm just saying. But you see, Amy, like
you're not even denying it. You just.
Maningo people say. Baka prese boke lala. Na kuisu don katanye. You know what I mean? Meaning people that can go taller in the bush. If you go in the bush with the intention of actually going to do number 2, and before you can even get to your spot, the people flying and start surrounding you. What do? You can't put your pants up and go by. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't know what you're coming to.
Obviously, I'll put my pants back up and keep it moving until I can go find a comfortable spot. So you guys can you and Lynn Lagbo, y'all can.
So you not put your pants back.
Nah, because it's like y'all.
You not put your CMC back up and you moving. Okay, no problem.
That Lynn Lagbo started this thing. He started this almost 2 weeks ago. I don't know what kind of intuition he got. I don't know. He got some. I don't know what kind of intuition the man got. I don't know whether the man has spying on me now or something. You know. Come on, man. What's going on with this guy, man?
Mama said that man across the road. I thought I meant. I said no, that's not Terrain. I thought I meant.
Man. Amy, you know.
Terrain gone. I said Terrain go nowhere. Terrain still is there. gone.
Amy, when that time reaches, I will make that decision. But as for right now, everybody know where I'm at. You know, it's like when I did that switch, you know, you guys were shocked, right?
It wasn't a switch. It was.
I mean, when I literally, you know, pledged my support to Unity Party.
I knew you were going to. I wasn't shocked at all. It wasn't shocking to me.
Okay, great. I mean, you probably because you and I've been together for a while, so you probably
knew gonna come along. It was just
exactly. So I mean,
if there was change there for the Councillor Gongo, yeah, you were gonna push that tickets, but you knew there was no light to it. So you had to, you know, help push the train. The train needed to be pushed, right? So I need all manpower on board to push it.
That's right.
That's why you did that. It wasn't a switch. It was just like, yeah, this is not working out. Yeah,
you're right. I would take that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw. But yeah, to Ray, that's hi. I guess we already know it wasn't our mind, right? It's about Toure Jumping the gun.
What's on my mind? I didn't say what's on my mind.
Okay. Oops, what is this now? Sorry.
But let go straight. Let go straight into it, shall we? I mean, if that's fine, then obviously we can.
Yeah, we shall.
Okay, let's do that.
So let's start with the fun thing, right? Let's start with the Monrovia City Mayor. The city mayor said that by December 15th, everybody should have the houses and stores and shops and everything in the city painted. Take away all that broken paint all over the place, lead and all of that. Everybody, the city should be fresh, red, and ready to raid. What do you think about this? Because some people, everything has to be propaganda, right?
Look,
people are looking at this.
This is my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm for any bit of innovation, any bit of decision that gives our city a facelift, that give our city, some level of, like good PR, right? Good presentation. I love it, right? But at the same time, too, we got to be very, very considerate. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can barely make ends meet. When you're gonna come up with a mandate like that, it's obviously in a good place, but it should not be some kind of bending, like kind of thing. Encourage people to do things, and gradually, things might happen. How much the cost of paint on the market right now? Like, you need to factor all of these things in, right? Is the government going to make it affordable for at least for a period of 6 months so people can afford paint? All these things, we need to factor all of these things in. It's not a bad thing that people come out with this kind of decision, but you have to also understand the financial constraint that people faces. And I'm pretty sure the government is not sort of naive when it comes to understanding these societal issues in terms of financial financial like screw. I mean, how do you call it? Like financial hardship, for lack of a better word. I mean, people barely find food to eat, let alone you mandating that people should paint their houses. I mean, it's a good step in the right direction, but I just want government to be a little bit sensitive, a little bit. I just what I'm saying.
So you think, should we have other people do it? People that can afford it, and then the ones who can't afford it, leave it like that, or don't do it at all?
Well, so if they put up in a house, why didn't government do?
Okay, Therese, so we all talk about.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what government do they put up in a house?
Answer you. We all talk about how the city look. We always complain about people not painting their houses. I know we done it here so many times. People, when they build a house, they paint it one time and that's it. As if the paint ran out off the market or something like that. And now we're talking about the city mayor saying that the way it makes the city looks ugly or whatever, something like that. Now I also understand what you're saying, but not everybody in Liberia facing that same problem. So that's what I'm asking you. So what you're saying is that we should have it for he should have it for people who can afford it, and give other people who can't afford it the leeway or whatever.
That even is a slippery
slope. Should Liberians continue to have this excuse till judgment day comes, and we shouldn't have anything done, because we should always be complaining about people can't send in food. I know a lot of people in Liberia that have their city like for a single day and something there. Those are not just ordinary people that are struggling. We always talk about people can't something, but people there are a lot of things people do spend that they spend money on in that country that I don't think is way more than the cost of pin cup, right? So there's because I know I always hear these excuses whenever they ask people to do something.
Mm-hmm.
To change our country. It's always excuses, but people want to see this change. People want to see this, that. So I'm confused. That's why I'm asking you. Do you want it to be certain people doing it and the other people should not?
Well, that. I mean, look, at the end of the day, government will find it really, really difficult to navigate through this process. And the reason why, because I don't think the government have any data to actually be able to authenticate, or at least know that who can afford to pay a house and who cannot afford to pay a house. The government don't have that. The government don't have that. So that would be a very, very kind of like a slippery slope that even if the government should try to initiate such effort. Look, I get it. It's always encouraging. How about we start with people cleaning their grass in front of their houses first? Those little ones, right? Because anybody can afford that, right? Let government start to put some city ordinance in place that how people used to do it. If your gutter not clean, if you're like they would do in America here, right? If your loan is a certain inch, then obviously city is sick. Right. So how about we start with the little things before we get to the bigger one? Because if you come now, you're talking about.
How do we know he haven't done that?
Amy, of course it's not been done. Of course. So enforce the little thing. Let approach this thing with baby steps, right? If he just jumps in, everybody should be in a house.
Like now that's not fair if you say he just jumped.
Amy, look, I'm just saying, right? Let's deal with the baby things. Liberians have not been conditioned to this kind of thing for a very long time. I can almost guarantee you.
He's doing it now. To get used to it, to real, why should it be a problem? Why should we still be taking baby steps? 178 years old.
But let me talk about let me talk about Una.
Look, to you, you can go ahead.
I'm just saying, Amy, look, let's do this thing baby step approach. Look, do not be insensitive. All the government official people that are working can afford to pay their houses, right? I think we can all agree on that, right? But I can almost guarantee you, when you see a society where they have, it's almost like, they have not, is more than they have, then we'll have a problem, all right? And how do you navigate through that process, right? You cannot in any way just come over blanket statement that X, Y, and Z amount of day we want everybody to pay their houses. Come on, man. You're not going to win that battle. And besides, people will just laugh at you because you just told me earlier people came on here. Right? No, I'm just saying that people are saying go pay the Universal Library for before you can tell the pay their houses. And this is what I'm talking about. If you cannot get government institutions, government buildings, right? If you cannot mandate people that are heading these institutions to give good presentation to their facility, they don't come and tell the citizen anything to do. Take care of that first. Take care of the government. Take care of the government. Make that to be the standard. All right. Make that to be the standard. All government ministry, all government building should be painted. Okay. Kudos to Mo Ali. He
they have been doing that, and some of them have been renovating.
How about we do that first?
So
let's take care of that first. After we shall complete that aspect of it, then we'll look at that to be the blueprint, right? Then citizens can sit back and be like, "Damn,
I'm not voting for you to be president."
You know what I mean? But if you want to motivate people to do things, you be that motivation, right? They say what? To be the change, you try to be that change. You know what I mean? Try to be that change. Once you see that change, Amy, nobody will tell you. The best example to a child is their parents. The first role model is your mom and dad. If your mom and dad set that standard, I swear to God, that child will come out good. But if your mom and dad not set that standard to be that perfect role model to you, forget it, man. You can go find a role model out there, man.
That's not true. But listen, Ture, people like you will continue to pacify Liberian people till the war come to an end. We all know we have a problem, we had this, that, like people get up, they go, they walk in the poo-poo water, they voted for change. So the change that we want to see, it doesn't come easily, right? We are 178 years old, for goodness sake. When will we stop saying, oh, the people don't have the people that, oh, but guess what? When the people are ready to do some stuff, then you will say, well, I told the people don't have money. Now, I'm not being insensitive, don't get me wrong. There are people in Liberia who are really catching it. But how many people like that do you know that really lives in the Monrovia, city themselves and have these houses or stores and stuff like that? If you have stores, you have homes there, you have those big buildings. Of course, you may not be rich, but you can afford to pinch your house, and that's why. And for you to say that the mayor is, it hasn't started from the government buildings and stuff. That's unfair. They have been the government buildings since they came in. Their government talk about some buildings have been renovated, painted. They've been doing other stuff, and people will be laughing at them. Say they're doing press conference to paint and all over. Everything has been going on. Cleaning thing has been going on. So this is part of the process. You didn't just come and read from the get go and say, "Oh, everybody should paint their house and do that." No, it has been baby steps, and we have to stop calling for the baby steps till Judgment Day. We cannot be saying the same thing all the time, or like the Einstein said, Mr. Cummings or something, doing the same thing that over and over, and we expect different results. We don't be telling government officials to do baby steps. We don't be doing those development and all those money in Liberia to be baby steps. We want it like this, right? Microwave miracle. So everything has to start from everybody in the country have to come along. So I think that's just a lazy, something to keep people lazy all the time from doing the right thing. That's what I see it. But welcome, family.
Thank you very much, Amy. And
so your thoughts on this, my brother?
What's up, Batara boy?
The mayor. You want me to let me read it because I was looking
Amy,
for
have to
let me read it because I didn't read the whole thing first. Is it a city mayor?
Amy, I've already saw.
But I'm reading it for there's something.
Oh, okay, all right, fine, okay.
Calm your horses.
I don't want you to get me out now because I was trying.
No, you go. Just keep playing in your mind.
Lay my premise.
It's not a long something. Just keep playing in your mind. The city mayor, the city corporation of Monrovia has ordered all property owners to paint their homes and businesses by December 15, 2025. Failure to comply will attract a $150 fine. What you say about that to it? According to the MCC, the directive is part of the effort to beautify the city ahead of the festival. Oh, okay. The festive season and ensure compliance with city ordinance. So, come in, family.
Look, when
we here for 5 minutes.
Hello.
I'm at work, man. No, I've been doing everything I don't do now. So
they say when the hyena fled with the hen, the hen is happy, not knowing that her death has come. Look, let us not always, be talking about the state and condition in the perceived state and condition in which people are living in, and undermine the organic law that we call the Magna Carta of the Republic. This is a city ordinance. The laws are on the book. All of us have been beating on government in succession. That Liberia have some of the best laws. You hear some people with like jugular veins all stretching out talking about the laws on the book. The guys are not following the laws. The laws are there, beautiful laws. The laws are there. And because when they try to enforce the law and somebody say, oh, people are hungry, people are hungry, so they should. Let me Abu Kamara. People is hungry, so we should
No, but
forget about.
Tabafala, the one Tabafala spoke today for phone. A deputy speaker of a nation.
Say people is hungry, people is working. So all the people that is hungry and working, and I see people that is working to go vote for Tumafala. Now they see people Abu Kamara referring to.
Look, man, a deputy speaker.
Look,
Yeah,
we can't keep doing our country like that. We can't keep doing our country like that.
Absolutely.
And more besides,
Wait.
if we say we're going to
But the
wait,
city speakers are worse.
if we say we're going to wait, my man, you guys are disrupting.
Yeah,
me.
man.
Sorry.
You guys, my man, don't put me there, man. I didn't
My
say
man, your
anything.
gesticulation alone is taking me off track. Yeah,
Your gesticulation
thank you very much. So
is taking the ball off track.
you
Go
see, that's Anthony Plow. That's what Anthony does best. I don't know who told him that he can come on the show and get people jumping in things to take people off track. But here's the thing. We know that it's not easy in our country. And if we say we're going to wait for the day that everybody's stomach will be filled in our country before we paint the houses, before we do some of the basic things that we're supposed to do in our country will not go nowhere. The city mayor, as the record has proven already, with this short period of time, the level of cleanliness, the level of sanitation that have been done across not only the political capital or not only Central Monrovia, but he has taken this all the way down. He has taken this all the way down to communities.
Mhm.
So we are impressed with the work he's doing. Not looking at some other people in past time who were pointed no shoe and Channing Kosu and just sit in office and they expect other people to go do it and they be having press conferences. He is on the field, hands on. And the cleanliness of Monrovia is everybody's business. And I heard my friend and brother today saying they should go pin the university first. They should go pin the other area first before they can come to the other one. How will you even reduce that to? And you were the same people, you were on the same show when people were saying, why is the government celebrating painting of ministries? When they paint the interministerial complex, people complain. When they paint the internal affairs, people complain. They paint the finance, people complain. When they paint the other area, people complain. So what exactly are we going to do now? If they say, go paint your own house and give it a facelift, because back in the days, this is the same law that people used to use. They're creating new law. The lawmakers you see over there, that's the reason you see the president saying about 11 back to them. Because they get gold, they get red, anything, and they say, oh, we in our house there. But the laws are there. We have so many laws on the book, and all of them saying it over and over and again. But if we're not enforcing the law, then that means we're not doing anything over there. Let's give this thing a try. I know the Doubting Thomases are around. People are going to take the personal situation. You say people are hungry in our country, but you go to the entertainment center, I bet you to put all the other things aside. All the way we're talking about the hunger in the country, but the amount of people that are going to the entertainment center on a daily basis, you not even believe that people even hungry in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So that pin you're going to pin, well, not for the government, is for ourselves. You gave your house a facelift, and before it used to happen, way back in the past, everybody used to, as soon as season time coming, people, the government can't tell you, people used to give that especially people who are even in the front view. There were many people who having their stores, people who having their businesses and other things on the main road. They were mandated during that time to pin all of them and give you a facelift. Even the sidewalk in other areas were given a facelift. So I mean, we gave Mr. Safa and his team kudos, and we tell them that they should not just say we'll find 150 and you go over there. And some people are being defiant. People are being defiant, I know. And then when the law take a course, they'll come back again and cry. So I get back to you, Amy.
Thank you. Anthony?
Yeah, city ordinance. First of all, good evening to everyone. City ordinance is key. Not just the ordinance, but the zoning law also should be applied.
Mhm.
You know, the fact that people can even put speaker outside from the church and the mosque and all the different things and just make noise in the community, all the things that need to stop, right? But sometimes my dear brother family can get carried away. People complain not because they were painting the ministerial company. It was a mockery to cut or raping, to do a ceremony and cut raping, just to go repaint a ministerial company that originally built. That's what we criticize. We didn't criticize facelifting. You understand?
Whoa. It was recently built, so it wasn't dirty.
That was erroneous.
Amy,
There was no rooming cut for just painting on the ministerial complex.
To repaint the government building, you got to do a ceremony to cut a ribbon.
Oh no, that's not the part I'm talking about. Yeah, I was against that too, but I'm talking about the part
that's why from my reference just then, like what I'm telling you, that's why people criticize. People are not against the building being painted.
I'm about to say it was dirty.
Who don't want to see the city shine out of the ministerial building, with clean paint and all of that stuff? So that's why we criticize. So family, sometimes you can get carried away in your presentation sometimes, and you say some things. It's not everything that we say that bad, right? Sometimes you get put in opposition, a ruling party on your hip. Sometimes your friend is talking, saying you don't want to listen. You get one respond. So that's part of it. But I commend the city mayor for encouraging people to paint the houses. Some houses, they are not receiving paint for almost 2-3 decades. You see how the house look, and people feel comfortable living in it. I don't know how to feel, right? Paint will not take all of your full money. You don't have to paint everything on the spot. The front part of it that people can see, take care of that part.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Some people say, even in America here, some people in a house, they can't cut the lawn. The city had to find them. You understand? I only feel sorry for those who are ill and have nobody to cut the lawn. Those one is different. But some people, they are real able-bodied people. If you can't cut it, pay somebody $25, $30, depending on the size of your yard, they will cut your lawn. In America, when I'm talking about, they can't be cutting. They get sitting and they in the house, they're overgrown, and you'll be wondering, does somebody actually live in the house? Before you made the light on, somebody coming out of the house. Are you serious? So yeah, in Liberia, you have family of 4 or 5, 6. Come on. You can clean your yard. You can paint your house. You can do something. Your fence, they cut on that chain and mow not growing it. Basket on where put on there something. At least do something. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Being poor does not mean your yard has to be overgrown. You can clean it. Yeah, you can clean it. We used to do back then in the refugee camp, wash and wear. You wash your clothes, you hang it off 2, 3, 4 hour part, then you take that same clothes away. I remember back in the day, I had something like a black trouser, or it was a jeans. It ended up being short trouser. I caught it all they need, not even thing wear, all of that, But that's life, right? But you have to keep it clean. You don't have to be in the street, with the same dirty clothes, everything. No. Look, being poor does not mean you have to be dirty. Does not mean you can't wash your clothes, you can't wear the car. Even you don't have deodorant, you can take lime and rub it on your arm. That deodorant there for you. So, people don't have to tell you, I went to Liberia, you sit in the keke, then somebody won't put an arm around you, all that nonsense. And you know what I'm talking about. So, these things, the city mayor said, clean your house, paint your house, try and do it. You can't be living in the city and the paint on your house looks so bad. Right? It takes time, yes, but 3, 4, 5 painting, you don't have to be a professional painter, right? You take the brush, you put it there, take your time. Don't brush, you can make it look decent. If you can afford for a professional painter to paint your house, so be it. Now, family, all of Monrovia now glamorous like that, the way make it. They say the mayor didn't, he's trying his best. Sometimes you come here and give people false information when we start being critical and you say, you can't even praise this government. Look, there's drainage that's still stuck today. When it rains today, you will see floor. That's why you can see the floor everywhere because those drainage are stuck.
Over Monrovia.
But what does he have to do with those? Something, Anthony.
Why I can't give it up?
No, I'm asking for questions. I don't know what the question on that show you so much. Y'all always have to come and fly with stuff. Y'all don't like questions. I don't get it. Get used to it. You get asked question here.
No, what
If
I'm
you're not
saying
used to it
here,
by now,
all
you're
of
get
Monrovia
used
not
to
clean
it.
yet. All of Monrovia not clean yet.
No, I
Let's
was
be honest.
asking,
We
what
didn't
does
say all
the
Monrovia was clean.
okay, you mute formula, you interrupting something. So I was asking, what does the city mayor has to do with drainage getting clogged? Is he the public work minister? I mean, what is that?
So the city mayor, the city footprint, the MCC is a whole corporation on its own. In other words, a small government of itself, right?
Mm.
And part of that, the drainages in the city is under the jurisdiction of the city corporation. The major roads are under the jurisdiction of public work. Mama, you can shake your head all you want. The city mayor is an executive role. He's in an executive position. Maybe you don't know that. You understand? It's an executive position. So this, because they are appointed, that's why they're following JMB. That's why they're following JMB rule. If he was elected, you will have your own functional government by yourself. You will have city council member. They will be able to introduce their own laws and all of that different thing. Because they don't want to do that. They're doing that appointing thing. That's the reason why. But the city mayor is an executive role. It's not, you know, but the way Liberia is right now, because the president is appointing the city mayor, so they are not really functioning in that regard, right? Look at the city of Philadelphia, for example. They have city council members who are elected, right? Who pass law, who vote on concession deals and other different things. They do all of the things. So they don't go call PennDOT to come fix the city of Philadelphia. PennDOT fix the kind of roles, the major role, everything that the 76, the 476, that PennDOT responsibility. All the roles within the city of Philadelphia, it's the city of Philadelphia responsibility. That's how they have the city of Philadelphia maintenance crew and all of that different thing. But anything on the 95, anything on the turnpike, the Pennsylvania turnpike, it becomes the governor responsibility.
R76.
Thank you.
R76.
Welcome, Tatas.
Yep. So it becomes the governor responsibility. That's not the city mayor responsibility.
Welcome, Tatas. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you say about this? You heard a question, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You know, the city mayor of Monrovia, he doing his best. He doing more than someone that was there before. Because right now, like on how to call it, on Central Street, right to the graveyard there. I think if anybody know that place, you know how that place used to be dirty. And even the Central Monrovia.
I saw it when I went there. That's what I'm saying. I saw it in 2023 when I went there.
Okay, good. You saw it how the place was looking, but now go there. Now you pass through on Asthma Street, Asthma Street, not Asthma Street, but Front Street. Between how to call it, Lane Street and Asthma Street there. That were there too. You see how how death was there. Now go to Water Street. The people water used to come from in a hole, especially rainy season.
Where's that noise coming
so
from?
sometimes when someone do
everybody now. Go ahead, Tatas. I don't know if you're coming from your background or go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Now you can when you go there, you will see the differences now. So at least if someone doing their best, you applaud them for their good. Now even the city mayor of Pinville, really those that were here in 2023, 2022 when you used to see really, even used to see day by in really on the street, right on the street when you enter really, the moment you enter really before reaching to Park Up in Junction, right to Kubajo Junction. Bread that they used to have a big headable dumper over there. Sometimes it will spend 1 month, 2 months. Seriously. But now you can see the city mayor. Now you go really, you employ the city mayor. Seriously. So they said the both people are really working. Despite they are facing a lot of challenges. Go to in that now you can be passing, you will see kiosks there around all the street, even to ERW junction. You will see it 24 hours. The only thing in the net, they took it from there because our brother our brother there when they leave it there when
in the first place. Students go do what with it?
To go sell it now, you know our brothers. You see there? So even when you know that after 6 months you need to clean their house. That one other no condition, but in Liberia we don't take it serious. Everything, maybe probably someone will say, "Oh, and I get money here. I get money here." So at the end of the day, we will sit down and be within sometimes 2-3 years. But it's going to be after 6 months you clean the house. But in Liberia we don't do it.
Is that a law?
What?
Is that a law or that's your suggestion?
Common law, Amy.
Oh, okay.
6 months, at least a year now. 6 months.
I know 6 months is kind of a little, you know.
On the book that 1 year, but if you get money, 6 months, you pay your 2 times.
Okay.
In one for dry season, one for rainy season.
Oh, that just gone. But come here, Morris. Welcome, Eric.
Yeah, I think Ture was requesting for a second to minute. I don't know. I saw his hands up.
Ture hands will always no worry about.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make reservations, so I don't know, but
the camera is shaking today like that.
Well,
yeah,
I'll call for 30 seconds, but
my man, pour a water bottle behind your phone and put the phone in front of it. Please try to put your phone in shaking.
I always dark, Morris.
But Morris, I appreciate you pointing it out, though.
Yeah, thank you. But
Morris not coming to CMC.
Yeah, but you know, look, the city council, like Brother Tony was saying, city council is a whole government by itself. I think way years back, it used to be an elected position. I think during the Doe regime, I think Emosia was the last person that attempted to run for that seat. You know, based on politics, that election was not held. And since then, the position has always been an appointed position. So city government is always, it's a government. That's why they have the city code. They have the city police. They can enforce that police they don't have arms, but they can enforce. They got city code. They can arrest. They take you to that code. If you don't feel satisfied, you can go further. But it's a whole government by itself. And some of the laws are just something that they're just trying to revisit the laws and like reinforce those laws. I think I said it on the show some time ago. I said there are a whole lot of laws regarding city ordinance. There are laws that even say that when you wash your clothes, you cannot hang your clothes in front of it. In the front view.
They should,
there are laws.
They should implement that.
It is a law. It should be at the back of the horse. There's a law that says that every year you paint your horse, you should give your horse a facelift. You know, and we can't always give excuse to the argument that the country people not working, because if that's the case, somebody will even say I'm not supposed to pay tax because I'm not working. Government need to provide job for me. You know, we can't actually do this to a country, because everywhere in the world, citizens has its own responsibility to the country. The same way the children has responsibility to the house. We as fathers and parents will pay the children school fee, but the children's role is to go to school and score the grade. You know, the deserving grade. So we can't continue making excuse, for our people. Look, if we want to have a country, we as citizens should also to recognize our own contribution to the country. You have to paint your house. You have to pay tax. You have to contribute to your country. Even in America, just to end it up, even in America, wherever you are in this country, in that area where you are, if grass growing from your house, probably the city there can invite you, or they can sue you, or they can summon you.
HOA wrote me a letter once.
Exactly. Because the national government can't do everything. That's why they have the partitions of government segment of government to handle these things. So the government has to. The city has its own laws, and those laws must be enforced and must be implemented. I give it back to you.
Thank you. Elvis. Eric Pelvis. Come here, my brother.
Thank you, Emmy, and hello to all.
Hello,
Let me
Eric,
say
for your
that.
new haircut.
Hey, my opposition brother. Thank you. I love the education you're giving, brother family. But let me establish that even if you read the MCC release, it is clear that according to the city ordinance, number 1, section 6, states that whether you are leasing, whether you are the house owner, or whatever the situation is, you are under that city ordinance to paint your house once a year, and it must be done before the 15th of December, once a year. So I don't want to say it is a law, but I would say it's a city ordinance, or in other words, we say regulation. Yeah. So let's keep that at the back of our mind. It's a regulation. The fact that the city head will come out, the MCC boss will come out and remind people of their law. It means that people are not, he assumed, or from his assessment, people are not in compliance with this. So I think it's a timely reminder on his part. But we have to take a step forward. We have a lot of public buildings that are unkept, that are filthy, that are horrible, and we do not see these kind of proactive measures. Like Anthony was saying, for example, the University of Liberia is a horrible place. Just by looking at the exterior, you think, and it is right within the city of, in fact, it is adjacent, if I would say, it is adjacent the MCC.
You don't think the mayor is also talking about this too? You think the mandate or whatever you call it that he's giving, you think is void of public buildings?
Well, if he's talking about it, then he's not acting, because he's been mayor for the last 15 to 16 months. That building was there in 2024 when they took over. Why didn't he enforce it? Why didn't he?
He started now. He just came out with something.
No, it's not just came out. The law existed before he became mayor. So it's not
I understand that. You don't understand what I'm saying, Eric. I'm saying that he just came out all over Monrovia. We all can see it, right? Well,
so you can say he just
can see it, right?
No, Amy, you're getting it wrong. There's a man who been taking taxpayer money. We pay him to do his job. And so you're telling me that the whole last year, because he became mayor in February of 2024, up to December, do you know how many months in between? All the buildings were there. Very horrible. So he did not see it, or he couldn't act. You gave an excuse for him taking pay for not doing the job. The city of Monrovia is still filthy. I send you a video. Yeah, but we can say he just coming. No, we can do that. Go ahead, Famo. Let me give you the time. You can take it for my time.
Eric, you don't even have a time. But I will accept it.
Look at the university every day when you go to work.
I will accept it, Eric.
He's a product of that university, but go ahead, brother.
Oh
no,
Eric, where did he go to school?
No, the brother finished his time.
Eric giving me
according to Eric's time, Eric got to talk. They ain't finished. Then we'll come back for everybody.
Okay, no problem.
But I mean, they may give her a time.
They may give her a time.
So you don't talk to Eric because you're not coming back.
Well, if you don't want me to come back, that's cool. I can still listen. But I just wanted I thought he wanted to inject, because in the kind of dialogue, people can inject. That's why I say I paused my time for him to inject.
You kind of coming back and asking you a question back and
No,
forth.
no problem. Just pause my time. That's all. Or you can deduct it from whatever minute you allotted.
You see, y'all about to get me twisted. I'm not posting no time
Sorry.
on this.
Sorry. Okay, no problem. Okay, if you don't want him to interrupt or to inject, then I can continue.
Go ahead.
All right. Sorry, Famu. So the point is, either to have an excuse for the filthiness of our city, I don't see that coming. Look, the Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs, Mark Jabate, he did a very disturbing video in which he pointed out that the president must act, even though he, as the city, or how do you call it, the Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs, it is his responsibility to ensure the ordinance of the city, but it shows a collapse of the governance structure that we have. It shows the incompetence on the part of the people. I see people always talk about, oh, Jeff Koji, where Kosu, Jeff Koji did it. Well, we removed that whole Jeff Koji scenario. You are in power. What are you doing? Look at what the city the Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs, that video. If you watch that video, you should be ashamed of your country. The other day, Anu was saying, "Oh, Monrovia cleaner." When the Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs telling you that Monrovia, when he's telling you, giving you a life, that's not opposition. Did the video, giving that Monrovia is at risk, health
at risk.
Yes, but I mean, when you have a part of dirt, the heap of dirt that have not been removed for the last 3 to 4 months, people passing, the environment is being polluted. It is horrible. You saw the video. Apparently, you didn't watch it because you thought it was from opposition. But no, this is from an Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs. He was calling on the president to act. What does that tell you? Do you need everybody to say Monrovia is dirty? It's a horrible place. So that certain Mayor Safai should go beyond that, reminding people about what the law says and enforce the law. It is part of a responsibility to enforce the law. Or the
I'm also looking for a few videos to show you too. But before that, Tatas, who lives in Monrovia right now, telling us about what Monrovia looks like now. And you see one spot. What I'm telling you that when I went to Monrovia,
so Matt Jabate doesn't live in Monrovia.
They were.
But Amy, what can I tell you? Telling me to if you look at the city, you look at the Urban Affairs Minister. The Urban Affairs Minister say they play dirty. They say Tato.
Eric, y'all wait for the moment. Y'all wait for the moment. Let them one there.
Is that Monrovia?
Let me finish. Y'all mute yourself, please. He telling you about business place. You talking about 3 to 4 months. You know how many places? Red Light, Center Street, or what other place? I saw videos.
What street?
On the
Peaceville outside Monrovia. Peaceville is not Monrovia.
All of those places, and only one spot because they haven't got into it. All they did it before, and when they went back on, do you know they keep doing it over and over? And then you come here telling us it is a danger zone. It is a horrible. That's not even what this is a man right here. He lives in Monrovia right now. You and I live here. You've been here for how long? 2 years now, or 3 years, Eric? You haven't been in Monrovia. Yes, we saw that video what Mike Jabate did, but this guy right here, he lives in Monrovia, and he's telling us about what Monrovia looks like now. And he's telling us to dismiss that. We should want to talk about what the one spot that Mike Jabate saw. That what he's telling us that the whole place is falling down. It is dangerous. It is risky. It is this, that. Come on. Just stop that.
Monrovia it's not a city for people to be talking about, man. I just stop that kind of thing.
No, we need to get 30 seconds. Amy.
Yeah, go ahead. It's time for Tatas. Then we'll jump to.
Eric have to be very sincere to himself to say the truth, because you can't say la the video Mike Jabate posted la incident of Monrovia. No, it's not true. Eric, if there's something like you are in a city right now, you see the differences, the past government and the current government. You see, you said that we should forget about Johnson Koji. Where Johnson Koji?
CDC should not be a measurement. If you measure by CDC, you feel
Can
it.
you please mute Anthony? Please, let him mentor your own. Thank you. Go ahead.
When Johnson Koji said he was not a dumper hero to be cleaning the city. Then when you complain, you say, oh, the Igbo mention Jawasi Koji. Yeah, we have to mention because he served in that capacity. So long you serve in that capacity, we need to discuss you what you have done and what you have not done. When someone doing it, we have to tell them that they doing it, oh, neither they're not doing it. You see that? But brother, if you even the business era, now when you go there, you will see the casket that where people putting their debt, they will not get taking it and throwing it on the street. If I'm lying, I'll call anybody tomorrow in Moria and ask them. They will tell you, say, oh yes, it is true that or the city mayor carry all those things around.
Thank you, Tatos.
Who the
I got a quick question for Tatos, man. Amy, I got one quick question for Tatos.
No, man, we're taking 30 seconds, bro. Yeah, let's go around.
Can I ask you a quick question, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Tatos, you know, I like what you're saying, but the city mayor talk about painting places. Look at your background. It's not painted. You are saying in violation.
So you
Are
have
people set up painting your place?
inside a house.
But it's not painted. In the main house, not painted, and then outside we painted. Look at how your place
You're
looks.
not going to anybody's house to look at what that paint looks like.
Eric,
You're talking
that-
about
that's not
Eric,
necessary.
Eric,
That's not a
Eric, not
question.
necessary.
No, go ahead, Morris. You don't have to. That's not a question.
Look,
Let the man explain. The main place is on cap.
Yeah, brother, pass, yeah?
Go ahead,
Look.
yeah, Morris. That's how he
Look.
can make it tonight. Don't worry.
look, we have to pull it where it is. How we have to pull it in the right perspective, right? Look, the city mayor is not responsible to build any building in the country, not even government building. And we have to let me say this right about this University of Liberia, right? I would say the way the university campus looking like that, I would say shame on the university, faculty, and even shame on the students. Because why do I say this? Look, there is a budget given to the university every year. And out of the budget, they have maintenance. The university administration should be responsible to give that building a facelift. You have to say this. You can't ask for money, 10 million, 15 million, 32 million, they give it to you. You can't even paint your building, university campus, that you expect the national government. We have to be sincere. This is the reason why the country continue to be the way it is. Look, I'll tell you something. The last time they were talking about 200,000, right? And most of all,
recently for renovation. So the
200,000. This
Wow.
money was not even money part of the budget. The university budget was given. This money was also. They can give you. You can ask for 30 million. They give you 30 million budget. After they ask for 100,000, you expect to just take that money, give it to you. We didn't give it to you. The whole Sunday was politics. When the actual truth came about to say, look, this money that was asked, it was not part of the budget. Everybody keep quiet. Nobody, no media, all the people that were running this news, nobody could come out and say, oh, no. The fact here is that this money that was requested was not part of the budget. You can't ask for 32 million. You can't even pay your own campus. Then you're talking about, say the government is supposed to pay. No, the national government is not responsible to pay the university campus and any other government building. If Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Information are paying their building, the government is supposed to hold them responsible.
Thank you.
Everybody's supposed to pay their building. That is a law, or you can call it a regulation, whatever it is, but it should be implemented.
We'll call
I
it
give it
law.
back to you, Timmy.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Well, when I hear people talking about Maria Clean, I can laugh.
Okay.
No matter I say Maria Clean, they take you in the street. Maria is a filthy city overall as a city. If you visit any of the West African countries, capital city, Monrovia is a slum.
Yeah, we know that.
It's not a city. So just when you and
they're trying to
another
make it a city.
when you measuring Jefferson Kochi to the current city mayor, then I mean you are failing and trying to justify. He was not a good mayor. That's why the people replaced CDC. CDC was not doing good. That's why they replaced. So your measurement should be Ma Elin or better. Now Jefferson Kochi. Anytime this administration try to take us back to what we did and what they're doing now, it's a complete failure. A vibrant political party, youthful political party that serve only one term with that grassroots movement, and they were kicked out of office. You cannot be pointing finger as your yardstick, as your measurement. You should do far beyond any other president that have come into office or any other administration that have been to office, because CDC should not be your measurement. And right now, it's no longer CDC fault now. Almost 2 years, it is Bouakar's responsibility. It is this administration responsibility, and we need to see better. When I mentioned Burkina Faso, you say, oh, that junta government, but junta government, in less than 3 years, look at how many overhead bridges,
Thank you.
express lane, and all of that different thing. In less than 3 years, my people. Then we hear talking about that they will remove that from here. Y'all should leave Monrovia and visit West African countries. I'm not talking about outside of North African and South African countries. I'm talking about just in the West, in our own region. They all know that Monrovia.
Thank you.
So, Anthony, that thing you always saying, I don't know if you can be honest with yourself. You know, sometimes people say, oh, you can't mention this, you can't mention that. We agree. But you cannot talk about the future, and sometimes if you don't mention your past, where you coming from, right? Sometimes, so that's why it comes up sometimes. And no one is saying that CDC is responsible anymore. No, they're not. This is the government in power now. But if people would be talking about the country now, what the little progress that have been made to clean, and then you talking about it's being dangerous, being a threat, being this, and when we live in a slum under the 6 years, and that was okay, and now why people are making progress, you're telling you that's why it comes up, Anthony. You have to understand these things. It doesn't mean they are using CDC as a yardstick, or they're measuring it, or because it's this much, so let do no. Y'all need to stop saying that all the time. Or if you're measuring CDC, or if you're saying because CDC didn't do it, so then what's not? That's not what it's saying. And over and over, I told y'all this thing over and over. If somebody acting like it was so better, and now the progress that's being made is nothing compared to what we came from, you have to take it back there and say, what was it like before? That's why it comes up. It's not comparing or using it as a yardstick. Go ahead, Famula.
Look, I will not sit idle and allow Anthony to come here and distribute falsehood. We cannot omit CDC out of our conversation. Maybe sometimes people want to play a blind eye into the truth. CDC is the only formidable opposition political party in the country. The only, as per the records, not the ANC, not the CMC. These are all helping reps according to the party chairman. So when we are talking about landmark accomplishment or things that have been done on that have reflected directly on the life of Liberian people, will not be calling ANC. ANC are not even tasted government. They will not even taste government. But as CDC is our immediate, they are the one who were given the message. You don't tell me what to say or not. I'm not telling you what I'm saying. That you don't know tomorrow. That's what I mean. You can't. No, I'm saying it because I know for the fact ANC are not proving that they are. Very good. Anthony, give me a break. Give me a break. You know ANC is going nowhere. I'm not telling you say don't say. I'm saying that because you don't know tomorrow. And that's a reality you don't want to hear. We'll tell you, hey, me, I'll continue to tell you, ANC is going nowhere. You have proven nothing. So if I want to compare things, I'll compare CDC. CDC are the people who I can talk to, not ANC. When the prophet went to the house of Jesse to ask for his sons, where was David? In a bush. David was all the way over there. When they brought David, you were all the way beyond there. When they brought him. So you think when we listen people that are ANC coming go for, you'll be way beyond there. And what happened to David? And what happened to David? David wait a minute, my man. You are not a David either. You're not a David. You can't make this show noisy. Are you the one made Anthony to come out in the show? No, family talking about, but then I didn't finish it. Because are you the one getting my face lift? Are you the one getting hope? You don't want getting hope. So he's saying David, now come back. I saw will kill you.
So it was
will
okay,
try to pay
David.
you.
So okay, sir. David he said, I will not put my hand on it because I
So
don't
let
want
them put
your
this
blood
thing.
to be on my
Let them
head.
put it in order.
Oh, yeah,
Family,
I went to Sunday school. You escaped Sunday
you
school.
know,
You know that story.
you know the
Let me
ANC,
read
the
that formula finish. I
Let
beg
me
you,
finish,
y'all.
quick, guys. Let me finish.
2017 they got 7%. 2023 they got 1%. So a lot of people then will do comparison.
But I ain't wasting my time. I'm wasting my time on ANC. I will always, you see why when Eric go call your hair, he come on the show, I tell you, see you. That Eric I can discuss with. Anthony can call your hair 100 times, he come on the show, I can't even pay you no man. Because I know when we're discussing the contemporary politics in Liberia, ANC are proving nothing. ANC have never been a government. The only people who have tasted power are CDC. So if I'm comparing the mayor in the past regime and I lay his side by side with the current mayor, that is a direct comparison. That's the direct comparison because they are the immediate government. They just left from power. So if you look at, I just want to tell Eric, maybe Eric skipped the little geographic lines to go to him to be escaping. Pinsville is outside Monrovia. Jabate is a content creator / minister.
My man, you're 30 seconds finish, but
hey, my man Anthony, you interrupted my whole time. You even give me a chance to even go to the point. He kept coming in. So give me a chance, me learn quick. So Jabate went to Pinsville.
Yeah, what they wrote about you,
I get time.
About is out of whack.
My man, you will be reading that thing. I get time. Because Amy, that you don't want to do that particular part. Are you always coming in? I think that you the Bible scholar. Anthony will always lost in the fray, but when you can't in, you won't be correcting about. You spoil the whole show. But Pinsville is outside of Monrovia.
Don't even go there.
Pinsville is outside of Monrovia, and the mayor. There's a whole different mayor for Pinsville. I hope you know that. The whole Pinsville city get our own mayor. So
we know that one.
If we were discussing the contribution of Mayor Safia in Central Monrovia, we are not talking about why Jabate go post in Pinsville. Jabate did what he felt was right, and all commended him for that. Call the government attention, everybody. And the cleaner of Monrovia not only depend on central government. Because we have people in our country that will buy banana and they know that they are in the keke, but they'll be riding the keke and they throw it on the road. So the government the government in this country, Anthony, do somebody run behind everybody here to know that he's going to throw trash on the street? That don't have common sense.
Thank you.
Your own neighbors out there.
So right now,
wait, let me look.
Your neighbors out.
If we keep interrupting, we're not going to get to another topic. Then we'll be going and then we just leave this show. We have topic that we need to exhaust. Look, at the end of the day, there's what I'm not going to allow family to get away with. That is grandstanding. We're not doing that, fam. We're not doing that. You're not going to come here and try to literally manufacture your own topic under the subtopic that is under discussion. Don't bring CDC, UPT here. We're talking about we're talking about the citation given by the city mayor. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. All right. We got all of these things on the book, but we live in a very sensitive time. Okay. When you're going to come up with this kind of citation, you have to understand all of the prevailing circumstances. All right. My mom told me, he said, Vatama, meaning father name said, whatever fight you're not going to finish, do not start it. If you come around and you're telling people, say, everybody should be in a house at so and so time. If they put up in a house, what are you going to do?
$150.
What are you going to do?
$150.
Because number one,
they can't pay that house.
You don't even have a functioning system set up to deal with that. That's number one. So it becomes a showmanship. And nobody want to run a government on that level. It's not going to work. You and I know. Okay? And besides, do the little things. I've always said this. A bad PR is better than no PR. If you're gonna come up with a kind of grandstanding, right? Saying, oh, if you're not paying your house at so time, we're gonna do that, bro. That thing gonna go vla. Nothing gonna happen. Then people not trust you moving forward. That is thing I said with Mr. Cummings the last time. When you come and talk about I'm gonna be tough, nobody gonna do that. Mr. Cummings, You are who you are. You're not a tough guy. So don't come here telling people say moving forward. No. Because if you don't move like that, people are gonna look at you funny. Don't do that. And that's the same I'm gonna say. And family, to close on this, you said something about criticize government because they painted ministerial company. No, bro, we did not criticize government for painting ministerial complex. We criticized the government that they had to do a major press conference for painting a ministerial building. That is a waste of resources. It's a waste of time. That's what we criticize. We did not criticize the act, but we criticize the instant gratificational push that will put forth while doing it. That's the only thing we criticize. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, look, I love this government. I want the government to succeed, but we're not going to do what we call giving them flowers when they don't deserve these flowers. We'll give them flowers.
Thank you,
but we're not going to give them flowers that they don't deserve. And the other one, you're not going to win that battle. So
why do people let too much praises? You're doing your job.
So,
and getting paid.
I mean, so what I need? Why are you always coming in when it's not your time? You just talk something. So Touré is trying to throw the lazy bone at people all the time with it. The time is sensitive. Let me tell you, things are hard right now, right? According to all of us. How much is if a pin card costs what? $20 right now. 2 years from now, guess what? It's gonna be $22. What? Time would be high too. We should get in time also.
It's very high in America.
And then when time goes on, what? It's gonna be $25. And then what? Time would be more sensitive. We should get in time too. So I mean, to my own hairstyle, any grade, to it, come on. Don't do that.
Do
it needs to happen. If that is the law, we always say we have like what's the name already said? We have laws on the book. Implementation is the problem. We have laws on these books. Implementation, they have all of these laws in Liberia, but they don't do that. They don't do that. Everybody Liberian people don't study law. Let me tell you, Liberian people are not animals. The same way we abide by laws in this country because it's being implemented and because we are being fined and being jailed for it. If they do it in Liberia, that they see people that can come there to go down there, they break the law. The moment they get to JFK, they start wilding out. But when they get that button over here, guess what? When the policeman said, yes, sir, what's the private officer? But when I go to Liberia, when I use stupid, I had to talk to police people. So don't come here and tell me that, whatever. The same way the people abide by laws in all of the other places, they need to do it like that. Don't come here with that time sensitive. The time will always be sensitive, okay? And there's sensitive in other places that is being done. So we cannot keep running with that. We cannot. We gotta move on. It's too much. We are 78 years old. Well, almost 200. If we already not 200, I don't know who know the birthday. But we'll take the 100 and 178. We cannot keep on with the same old excuses all the time. We gotta move on, bro. We got to.
I'm not saying don't do the bare minimum.
This is my 30 seconds. Can I have my 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
What I'm saying is do the bare minimum, right? How many times we there in America here? You know, Ellen Johnson came up with a system like, bro, that caused them from 2006 or whatever she not into the country. That is
wait, you have 30 seconds. Let me have my 30 seconds. I beg you.
You know what I mean?
Should be the bare minimum.
Because the last time I checked, anybody can draft any kind in America. What is 1936? Whatsoever. So you should not bring condition on people that you don't have any fix to fix it. Okay.
America has an inspection process.
When last somebody told you to pay your
house? I mean, you give my 30 seconds and you're lying to me.
When last somebody told you to pay your house?
Then you start rushing me to conclude.
Because my house has always been good looking, so nobody has to tell me that.
The reason they ask you to do in America is to mow your lawn, right? Make sure there is nothing hazardous in front of your property that someone can get hurt on. That is it. You cannot mandate something on a population that is absolutely, some of them can't even live on $1 a day. We have to show some sensitivity on a time.
And they can't create no job.
Has there ever been any time in Liberia that is not sensitive? Has there ever been any time in Liberia that is not sensitive to it? Show me one time in Liberia I was not sensitive.
He
Famula.
will not
Every
show
time to
you.
speak.
And first of all,
Now, who are you to
America,
who
he
time
said
to speak?
America has a system that we get our car inspected before we put it on the
People
streets.
do that emission test
We
here.
don't just put on the streets like in Liberia. So you cannot compare America. America have an
give me my
inspection
time.
every year. You inspect your
But
car. We
Liberia
don't do
has
that
a
in
law.
Liberia.
Every
But
vehicle
go
that
ahead,
is
Eric.
supposed to be registered.
Go ahead,
Thank you.
Eric.
Thank you. The first thing, let me provide the education to Brother Tatos and Brother Family, including those who are commenting in the comment section.
Provide education.
Painesville City is in Monrovia.
Sorry, trying to come on, but I can't see him. I don't know why.
And I'm saying it with authority. Painesville City is in Monrovia. What people don't understand is that Monrovia has a city. That's why they call the MCC, the Monrovia City Corporation. Within Monrovia, there's a specific locale that is referred to as the City of Monrovia. But Painesville, as a city, is on the east of Monrovia, is within Monrovia. For example, during the Tubman era, Monrovia was considered from the Gabriel Tucker Bridge to City Hall. That was what they referred to as the City of Monrovia. But as of now, it is being extended from the Gabriel Tucker Bridge up to 24th Street. That's what they refer to as the City of Monrovia. So the City of Monrovia is quite different from Monrovia. That's why you have the MCC.
What are we saying, Eric?
No, what I'm saying was you go out to go research. You can research, you'll come and just talk. Yeah.
No,
What
when
I'm saying,
asking
what
this
I'm saying when I said this, when I said Monrovia is filthy, somebody came and said because Mike Jabatev video was not on how to call it, play Broad Street or whatever street, so that means Painesville is not within Monrovia. They said Painesville is out of Monrovia. So I thought to provide. In fact, Tatas made that and Family made that.
Is it under the MCC?
No, my emphasis was the Monrovia, not necessarily MCC. Painesville is on PCC.
Okay.
But Painesville is a part of
So maybe
Monrovia.
that's what they were trying to say. Because
No, that's not what they were trying to say. If what they were trying to say was wrong, I have to provide that education.
Painesville is outside the city of Monrovia.
We were talking about Stefan giving
you repeating what I said, yeah.
But that's what I said.
Now you're including the word city. Now you're including the word city. I've heard you say Painesville were outside of Monrovia. Now you're saying it's outside of the city of Monrovia. So at least you got the education. But let me progress.
Eric, you always looking for a funny thing to say.
That's not funny thing. The recording here. We can rewind it after the show.
That's it.
Philadelphia
gets Philadelphia City
I know. You see, from what I listened to you earlier on, you were making Margaret our one representative grandma, but you ignore the deputy speaker who's carrying the flag also. In fact, a higher flag of Liberia when you're saying Adosin. You found nothing wrong with this. Yeah, you always make mockery of grandma, things that don't matter and things you flag it. But when I'm giving education, not only for you but for the public, you want to start brushing, which is very wrong. But here's it, Morris, Brother Morris. What I want to say is that when you talk about the University of Liberia sending a budget and they impede the building, I'm not sure whether you have worked with any government entity in Liberia. If you have done, then you should know by now that the legislature will not approve any spending entity budget without looking at budget line, priority line, those things you told them that you would do. You don't just send budget and it's just no. They say if you want 30 million, what are the areas that the 30 million will cover? Salary, operation, this, that. You have to outline those things. So if the University of Liberia submitted a budget that included painting of the place, and that budget was passed without slash, it is under the legislative branch as well as the executive branch to institute an audit of the University of Liberia to say, but we pass your budget to paint your building. Why is your building still filthy? Come in and provide information. But the fact that the government of Liberia has not held the University of Liberia liable for siphoning money that they already allotted to paint the university, and you want to come and say, "Oh, the university passed budget." Do you know how many times the people budget
Thank
is
you,
being
Eric.
slashed? Hey,
My
I
man,
mean, the
that
kind of
30
information I
seconds.
be providing here, you don't give me
My
time.
man, we know you
It's not
provide
correct.
Do you
information,
know
but
how
if
long
you
you
30
been
seconds,
talking?
You just saying things. Why you?
Can you please let me to take care of Eric?
Thank you, Mama. Take care of me.
Amy,
Give me
Amy,
3 more
keep your,
seconds.
keep
I
your
Yeah,
love
time
yeah,
you.
on
yeah,
30
yeah, thank
seconds,
you.
though.
Eric, 30 seconds. Everybody on here talk more than 30 seconds. All of you. So you just say you just did the same thing. So we gotta move on to the next topic. We gotta go. So when we get to the university, we'll make sure to contact you.
Amy, let me ask Eric one question.
Yeah,
no,
please
my
do.
brother, no. Let
Amy,
No,
Mo
I
answer
mean,
me.
let you
no,
do. I
I should
beg
be
you.
able to ask Eric. That's the essence of the platform. Let me ask
Yeah.
Eric one.
Yeah. No, okay. In my learning, let me allow him to ask me. Then I will learn with it. I won't answer
Yeah.
a question. No, I wouldn't answer a question. I wouldn't go outside a question.
We wanted to get out of here.
Eric, did you attend the University of Liberia?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
6459. That's my ID number.
All right. That clearly tells why the university is like that. You have not paid your own due to pin the university. Have you bought one pin to pin that university
That's
before?
not my responsibility. I pay fees. When I was at the University of Liberia, I pay fees. What kind of thing saying that my responsibility will be in the University of Liberia? They charge me.
Oh, okay.
What you saying? I pay
say.
fees.
Okay, we
that's not my responsibility.
Amy.
Thank you.
Amy, can I take 10 seconds to respond to Eric?
Oh boy.
It's fine, no problem. No, we can go ahead. We
Maybe
can go. I can
come
do.
here when you come here. So we
Yeah,
can
yeah, that's fine. No problem. No problem.
It's right.
I'll come back, Eric.
I'll be back. You wasn't talking to the, but let's go to Ray again. You there?
I see you.
Yeah,
I gotta
hello?
check out from work.
Yeah, so guys, so our next topic is obviously, before we come on the show, we were looking at topic to actually engage you tonight. And obviously this call for a very big breaking news, if it was. So apparently the schedule CDC groundbreaking it's not going to hold with the news that just came on about 2 hours ago. Yeah, close to 3 hours ago. And it reads, landlord expressed disappointment over CDC's groundbreaking request without agreement. Monrovia, Liberia, a landlord, Safi Edwardson, has expressed deep disappointment over what he described as a premature move by the Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, to conduct a groundbreaking ceremony on his property in Congo Town without concluding a purchasing agreement. According to Edwardson, officials of the CDC reached out to him with interest in purchasing 2 lots of the land he owns in Congo Town area. He informed them that the land was being offered for sale at a price over $300,000. However, Edwardson said he was taken aback when the party proposed giving him only $5,000 to allow them to proceed with their groundbreaking ceremony, slated for October 18, 2025, while promising to continue negotiation afterwards. I'm disappointed, said Edwardson. They came to me expressing interest in buying the land, and I told them clearly that it was valued at $300,000. But what disappointed me the most is that they offered me only $5,000 to do the groundbreaking and said we'll talk back. We'll talk about the rest later. He described the approach as disrespectful and lacking transparency, noting that no binding agreement had been reached to justify any public ceremony on the property. Edwardson had issued a writ before the Monrovia City Court against the CDC for alleged criminal trespass and other crimes. So guys,
Edwardson needs to be charged $300,000 for 2 lots.
This is where we are, my people. So
Can I come in
Black
first?
is in Kongata, it's a locality and everything.
I just told Amy that people will come
No,
on.
I just talk too much. But anyway,
That make
let's
it even
start
say
with
lack of $1
let's
million
start with
right now.
Mr. Davis.
Spot. If I meet on that land, I say I selling that land.
So,
$1
Mr.
million.
Davis, yeah, we'll go again. CDC from
What
another
do you
land
mean?
issue to another land issue.
Mr. Davis, please let's stick on the issue.
Well, CDC, y'all get out, man. 50,000.
A groundbreaking that was scheduled for the 18th.
Anthony is leaving and he's disturbing the show.
Mr.
He said you're
David,
leaving
what do you
already. Amy, the message is
I
you're
can't say
leaving.
the question to the man, and I mean, give on the question.
No, but Anthony said you are leaving, and he stay on the show. He's still disrupting. That's why I'm telling Amy to put him in backstage.
Anthony, you go. You go now.
So let's go to Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis,
You go.
CDC another land saga again. You think they would have learned from the first one, but apparently we stay in the scene zigzag. You are muted.
I muted him. We got a noise. Hold on.
Hello? You telling
Yeah.
me?
Go ahead.
The first thing I came on the show by a nickname Thomas the Dart.
The Dazza.
The Darter.
The Darting Thomas.
So the Darty Thomas. We got to see clear picture from the court. Now somebody read paper and put it on the internet and we'll take it, we'll make it out of something. I gotta look at the 18. But just in case what you're saying is true, that's a criminal offense from CDC. How is somebody going to charge you with property value of 300,000? You want to get 5,000? It's not even equivalent to 1% of the land. 300,000, 5,000. So you want to see me? All the big money we're making, nobody can even raise 100,000 to get to the landlord. I need to say if we make 200,000, we'll give it to you. Don't get ground break before we do any construction. We get 100% or 90%. But all in all, short, I gotta wait for the 18. Nothing happened. Then the person that wrote that note, the person did well.
Tatos. You going on, right?
Yeah, Tatos, my man, you on the ground, nobody there. CDC land business is still in limbo. No understanding. What say you?
Yeah, you know, CDC, these are some of the things that people they are well knowing of running criminal behavior. That the same thing, these are the same thing they were running on propaganda, running the government on last. Now, let's look at the value of the money. I can charge you $100, then you look at $5 liberty and say holding for the part payment of this, that. No, that's not possible. Yeah. And see that now they accept the date, they say, oh, they're going ground or they're going break ground. On which knows now. I listen to how they call him or Eugene Nangwe. He said anything that CDC do, Unity Party will go after them. In which way? Unity Party was not there doing your negotiation. Unity Party was not there. How you guys managed to get a land infant? Unity Party was not there. But you know, in left, if you decide to be someone that or you go straight to the point. But don't be beating around the corner. At the end of the day, you find your own disgrace. There's the disgrace that I come to on CDC. See, so let them try by all costs to see how best they can get back to their landlord and then do their homework before groundbreaking. Let them stop doing all those things. Like the same thing they started in 2016 about our party headquarters. Now they take the party headquarters from there, they blame the Unity Party and they say, oh, Unity Party do the propaganda. Now they own another 300,000, they gave 5,000. Anyway, we're looking at them from now to the 18.
All right, thank you very much, Tatos. Let's get to Eric. Eric, I know very well you are pro-sedition. Obviously, I don't need to go there. Everybody know that by now. But was this kind of decision? Was it kind of prudent on the part of CDC? You would have thought that they would have gotten all these things hand out, at least settled with everything, you know, like before rushing to a groundbreaking ceremony that is almost in saga now. What is your position there, man?
Let me begin by saying that I'm even disappointed that we will prioritize the conversation over human interest story. Today, the public works issue a stay order on the CMC headed by Musa Bedete not to construct a bridge meant to connect the people of Bon County that will relieve the people of worsening economic conditions.
Eric, no, wait. Family, wait. Eric,
don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Can we just stay within the framework of this conversation? I mean, if like I said, if that interests you, obviously we want to bring information on, but we did not see that part. But we can bring that on.
Let's talk about it.
I do when I get you. I would have thought that would have been a priority because it's a national issue.
Well, we didn't see it. That's why it's not a priority.
And, CDC party headquarters is not a national issue that affects any of us livelihood.
Okay, I agree.
It doesn't. So the fact that we elevate it here, like Mr. Davis said, he does not want to speak the rumors. This thing has not been to court. But the only area he dropped the ball when he said 5,000 is not 1% of 300,000.
They want 7%.
Okay, so now you can change that. At least you know now that is more than 1%.
What they call in volume.
No, I'm volume issue. But let address the real issue here. Who is this person that is claiming? You don't claim on Facebook or on radio. You go to court. So all the diversionary tactics, there aren't things that will corner the CDC into UP propaganda.
Spoon TV or Spoon Network, whatever.
Okay, so I guess our brother.
Now you want to believe? Pardon?
But you don't have enough to say.
What did you say? I don't have what? Let me say to you, since you claim that I don't have enough, let me say to you that on the 18th of this month, which is Saturday, there will be a groundbreaking. So whoever claiming legitimacy, it is a distraction for, it is a distraction from the Unity Party that we're not going to, pay heed to. So we're not distracted by Unity Party propaganda. So let's find something substantive and talk about the people of Bon County and don't waste your time or our time on CDC headquarters issue. It's a done deal. That place is CDC. We will build our party headquarters there and nobody gonna stop us. So
thank you very much.
The one Touré just read from Spoon TV and this one from Liberia TV today. The same thing too. He said the
Spoon is not a code. Let the man go to court, man. I mean, don't waste our time on Spoon.
Nobody's saying
let the man go to court. When you started believing Spoon, you like to
why is that disturbing the show now? Stop
Eric,
if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But we're telling the audience what we getting these something for, so they can know and something. Well, no one is saying that the man said Facebook was a court. We're saying, and I don't know what the other thing is. Is it a frog?
Look, Spoon is a court. Amy,
I'm saying let the man go to court. Don't elevate. We're talking about substantive issue here. You're talking about somebody go on Spoon.
CDC, you can say one of the what are the districts that get vibrant or what is party in our country. So when something happening, you want us to talk about everything else, but I don't want us to talk about this.
The people of Bon County, are trapped. They cannot move.
You can't do that.
You don't want to talk. You're talking about CDC headquarters.
We're moving on. So look, at the end of the day, we come up with this topic, right? Nobody is cherry picking, right? And look, if we come out, if we present a topic, if it's not a priority of yours, you can just, you know what I mean, like you can just wave your
brother, you have to write. My only disappointment is that you're not concerned about the people of Bon County being trapped, economically deprived, and you want to waste my time on CDC headquarters.
Eric,
it's give me my time, man, please.
Eric,
that's all I'm concerned about.
You discuss the topic, we bring the topic, you discuss it. That's it.
Talk about your county.
If that was important to you,
their communication,
always share those topics.
Yeah, Amy, let me do it right now.
Yeah, send it to me right now.
Let me talk about your county.
All right.
It wasn't even talking about that. It doesn't even work well for him, because the communication was
all right.
clear.
Let me come in. From Morris on there. Morris, I
is
mean,
back.
look, we are on the CDC land issue again. It seems like CDC, they and not getting things right seems to be a problem now within the Multi Coalition for Democratic Change. So what is your position on the whole land saga?
I think for me, if it is based on politics, I wouldn't support it, because I would love if a fair ground where everybody will have a chance to to do what they can do politically. But what I can say is that CDC, sometimes, when probably one get frustrated you and you just jump on beyond one guy, you not even know whether that guy still marrying you marry the guy. At the end of the day, they say, oh, but they woman already married, that. At the end of the day, you gotta start over, When I even listen to the chairman of the whole project committee, Councillor Fonati Kufa, when Fonati Kufa, you don't have to lie. How consider a lie? Just be honest. You don't have to come to tell the people that, look, they are unity partisan, there are other people that are supporting the whole cause, giving money. You don't got to lie. And, for me, there's not much to say in the whole CDC. Sonny, I just wish them good luck. I wish them the best of luck. I just hope if the arrangement was not done properly, I will ask and I will urge them for them to go through the proper. It's still not late. If it was somebody property and they didn't go through the right channel, I just pray and ask them they should go through the proper channel. But I just wanted to respond quickly to Brother Eric. This idea of coming on the show, every time somebody says something, you want to come back and counter. And sometimes even in your counter argument, you sometimes you even agree with the person. Look, Eric, I guess you're listening. You claim you know me. I don't have to work with government before I know what happened in the government. You know where I work in Liberia. You know that. So I don't have to work in government. When you send a budget to when a budget is given to you, when the money given to you, in that money, especially in University of Liberia, they got maintenance, they got salary, they got different things. So don't come in and tell me, you probably not even know. Do you know that the money that was given to University of Liberia, the administration said 90% of that money went on salary? Do you even know that? 90% of that money went on salary. How can you even have a university? 90% of your budget goes towards salary. You can't even pay your own building. You don't even have chairs in the classroom. Even the university student, that's what I say. They just after politics, because they didn't say should hold the faculty responsible for the way the campus looking. You can't even pay your own building. You come and tell me if you work with government, I don't have to work with government. You know where I work, and I don't have to live in China before I know certain things are happening in China. In this day and age, ignorance is a choice. I don't have to work in government before I know what happened in government. I give back to you, Toure.
Family, my man, to you, my brother, they say when snake bite you, when you see anything resemble snake, you will run away from it. But apparently, CDC seems to always find itself caught up in this whole land issue. I don't know, man. What is your take on this whole thing? I mean, and obviously, my brother is saying, apparently, about one of the biggest political party in the country or news of such magnitude that's now warrant our discussion. I don't know what Eric is thinking, but what is your position on that whole thing, family?
Sometimes it weakens me when Eric, who claimed to have had this intellectual prowess and cannot even do the bare minimum on a very cardinal and topic like this, and you want to jingle and dazzle us, telling us about what happened here about bridge building. Look, you can go back to the K2 students and explain that one to them.
No, family, we're not on that one, yo.
Yeah, no,
They may sending me this so we can talk. We'll talk about it, but
No, I'm not even discussing that. Is still talking. I need to go back to the K2 street and go discuss that one with them. We are talking about a major opposition political party. A political party who was, when they were in opposition, we call them a government in miniature. And they are now a government in miniature. This party, and they have always, when I said it the last time, I said to be a sedition, you must have a trait. You must have a characteristic. And one of the visible traits and characteristic is falsehood, deception, lies. You told us that, look, when the head of the horse died, that horse became an empty shelf. When the head of the political party called journalists and everybody around him and said that to the public that they have raised the money and they have secured the land and everything has been settled and paid for. He did not say it in corners, he said it in a public space. And then when we take news from print and electronic media, everything is not a courthouse. But you don't know that that print and electronic media serves as a court of public opinion. It is a courthouse because the public feed out of that court. The public goes to the court and synthesize themselves and get information from the court. And sometimes they pass on judgment on doing the court processes. So CDC is a major political party. If you come out and tell us one thing and then we go back and we see another thing, then that's tell us that you are playing a communal politics. This particular communal politics will only lead you to self-discussion. And that's the reason why they say when a communal bring forth a child, it is not that child that is expected to dance.
Thank you.
You will sitting down here in Liberia saying that you were the biggest opposition political party. And then the first thing, you are going in serious political paralysis and destitution by seeing your political party being broken down without no head, no tail.
For me, they say thank you, my man.
Nobody said thank you. Yeah, thank you. And then next,
I said thank you. Sorry, I have to.
My man, when somebody come to church later, don't raise on the SRS song.
You tease them, say.
Until that man have actually sat and see 5 persons go.
I'm telling you, you get rid of that song because you don't know where the choir already sang that song. Let me get learn quickly. So I was not even surprised. That the guy came in and said that you can already see the mafia tactic. You go to the guy.
Why you starting again?
No, I'm in it now. He gave me that $5,000 and he said, hold it 1 year. Then we're going to go do our groundbreaking. Then we'll come back to negotiate with you. That mafia tactic, the mafia there. So in the long run, that guy already know what you did to the other guy property. That he see mafia tactic you use when you're sat on the main property, you're talking and you're denying of a property. Until the man can squeeze you in a legal way, and now you're looking for your own witchcraft. Your party is not a witchcraft to CDC. Your party has nothing to do with your land business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So sorry. Last but not least, sorry, you obviously you're not stranger to this whole CDC thing, but one will actually at least think that a party that have been in politics for over 20 plus years and succeeded to be president for 6 years, you would think that they would have had at least some stuff figured out. But the land issue continued to be an Achilles heel for CDC. This gentleman is saying that CDC offering $5,000 to allow them to go and do the groundbreaking. But people say when something happening to someone before, and you see that same thing happening to you, you will know a thing or two. Because from the former headquarters, the gentleman said CDC approached him and told him that my man at campaign time, they gave the late thing after we win, then we'll settle you. 6 years, I mean, we're not settled. So are we going through the same situation? Is that are we seeing a pattern here?
When you try to brush, good evening to you guys. When you rush in a situation, you will cross.
Oh.
Who playing with Soiree again?
Oh, sorry. That
That
Josh
boy,
was sorry.
Hello, I
that
hope you
boy, you
guys
see,
getting me.
that boy, that just trying to disrupt the man.
But man, you're stop, man. You're leave Soiree alone.
That man, you see, Boost Mobile.
Sorry, my man.
I mean, the one you on.
That's
Nobody
bad.
be
All right,
stopping
let
him. Give me the
come to
opportunity
George.
if you
My brother,
can.
can you
Yeah,
turn your
thank you.
lights on? It's a little dark.
Let come to George, and then
The
hopefully
first
we can
time we
get
can't even see your
we can
face
get
just to
Sorry
welcome
situated.
you.
A manipul left on your face.
All right, my man, you're me yourself.
So guys, yeah,
So
thank you.
my man, wait. Don't
Don't
rush.
hear about CDC
Don't
business.
rush. Don't
We
rush.
keep
I need to lay on the silver platter for you, my man.
Go ahead.
George, my man, you're an engineer, and I know engineer they don't approach anything without doing due
They're
diligence.
laying your background, not your face.
Engineer can do
Now,
anything
money.
without laying foundation and due diligence. That's why it takes them long for them to, for you to see the. Do you think CDC actually followed that here, Josh? Did they do due diligence, or this was just some kind of hasty and swift, reaction?
It's okay.
To what was a public, assassination on a matter
Meeting
of
by location.
What say you, Josh?
Thank you, gentlemen. And Eric, hats off to you, brother. I've been listening to the show. I was in the office. I came for lunch home, and I say I gotta jump on because these guys, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'll make my contribution. Look, when it comes to construction, you need to plan properly to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted before you can put anything in the ground, right? So that's what it is. So the thing is that, but from my understanding, because I listened to the audio from this guy who was talking about owning the land, and I think there's a concrete part of that discussion that you guys missed, and that's why I really came to educate the show on. The thing is that we bought this land, and this guy is claiming ownership. He said he got a deed that was purchased, I think, in 19 something, and we purchased, the person who purchased the land from, the person purchased that land in 1968, 1963 and 1968, one of them, two of them between them. So this guy that made this audio that was played on Spoon is claiming ownership to this land. And what he said is that somebody from the CDC talked to him, said, don't go to court, we can give you $5,000, and after our groundbreaking, we will talk about this case. That's the premise of this whole discussion. Because I think you guys are missing it and saying that we offer the guy
But just reading from what was written on it,
the person
we're
who
not
wrote,
making our own thing obvious, brother.
the person who wrote that thing is writing out of ignorance, right? The person they didn't even listen to. No. So okay, so if you don't know something, you are unaware of it. You know what I mean? So the guy did not know exactly what happened. Let me tell you, recently I even wrote to the public works minister, and when he called me on the phone, I told him, I said, we are hearing that there's a publication, the same thing you're reading now. Somebody wrote again and said the land was in the way of the bridge, the overhead bridge, and that the pillar was there. So the next day, public works are going to call for the court on the whole project. Someone called the public minister, I said, George, you are saying you engineer. You know, say that place will be in the project, fire for that whole place. The person writing nothing that nonsense the person writing. So you see, people are this UP here, they are making sure and the thing that CDC will be destroyed from their propaganda.
So what does UP has to do with this now? In public, something that was written by something in Spoon TV. What UP has to do with it?
What I can see from that whole thing, I listened to that guy who was talking on that audio. He was just laughing. It's like you're even attaching seriousness to his land. You get me? That tells you that it's a propaganda just to make sure that people will stay away and CDC program will be a flop and all these things. That what people are just putting together on propaganda. So it's a propaganda. Somebody is being used on this propaganda. But guess what? It will fail. And I'm so grateful that Eugene Nami said it plain blank on the 18th. Come, we're going to celebrate. We're going to make sure that our groundbreaking take place, and that beautiful structure and our global headquarters we built in
Thank
Old
you.
Comfort Town. Thank you. God bless
Thank
you.
you, Josh. Let kind of sorry again. Sorry, my man, we'll come back to you.
Sorry, what's going on with your gadgets tonight?
What is your position, sorry? Brother Amani will come to you, brother.
Well, thank you for bringing me
So
on
God
this
just
topic.
saying he gone.
Let me say good evening to you guys again. The issue with the CDC is compound. It's compound complex, and sometimes you want to be careful. Sometimes how you discuss the issue, looking at Liberia as a country of too many politics. Somebody sit on the platform and say we should not discuss CDC. And the tactics of the brother Henry is always to invade conversation and speak to what he thinks in his mind. It's called suffering for the Liberian people. But he cannot agree to the fact that he wants to come to power. As an opposition political party, you hold it to the people. You have to be accountable to some of the things you do. So, like I proceeded first, I said when you rush, you cross. So I don't know what the information are. I want to be careful. And I don't know where that communication is from. I don't want to believe that media institution of such like Spoon and name other media institution will run with certain information that is not authentic, right? So in the minds of our brothers on the other side, nothing from the CDC should be discussed. But I think everybody embraced the idea of a political party having headquarters. But you have to put all of your modality in place. Not because in your mind, unity partisan are speaking out, saying all sort of things against you, then you want to rush to say, okay, I want to do groundbreaking ceremony. If you do not do your homework good, at the end of the day, those very people you going against or saying all sort of things again, they will backlash you. They will say all of things. So go do all of your homework, do all of the necessary things. And I mean, at the end of the day, we all embrace the issue about political party having their own party headquarters. Because in Liberia, I think somebody had a mute. In Liberia, over the past period of time, there are only a few political parties in Liberia has their own party headquarters. And CDC, you can't erase the fact that they are one of the bigger political parties. So, Brother Eric, please bear patience when discussing your CDC. Because some of you guys on the CDC, very intolerant when you're listening to the criticism from other people towards CDC. And we are talking about a government waiting. We cannot be seeing a continuous flooding waiting or contradiction in information that you guys gave concerning this particular land when the stuff. But I just want to believe that Brother Eric do not have the kind of information from his chat room whatsoever. He should get information from that one he carry up to the CMC, what we are not discussing here. Should be disciplinary when it comes to discussing issues. I think Famula was very intolerant when it says sorry coming. You gotta be very careful on this show, brother, when you're talking to me.
All right, bro. Sorry. Thank you very much. So look, let's come to Brother Amani. Amani, my man, welcome to the show. So look, so obviously I know you know where the conversation is headed. So everything that we know now, and to George's point, I just want to tell you, George, with the same Spoon TV that carried out that recording that you alluded to was the same CDC that came up with this write-up. So I don't know where you want to go with that, but that's obviously another conversation for another day. Brahmani,
yes,
you know, the men in the headline again. The men they are celebrating, some posts that AI groundbreaking, some posts that different things. Everybody's saying their own. But one thing I know for a fact, this is another land issue again that is soaring. What is your position?
Firstly, let me say good evening to everybody. My name is Amani too. I was invited by my brother family. We always in the back discussing issue of national importance. So I saw it on, so I deemed it necessary to call in to get me on here.
It's a burden discussion. It's a burden topic on a discussion. My late input is it's a good idea for every political party to have a headquarters. This that having a headquarters is something that should have been done by our political leaders. It should have been done ever since by both Unity Party and CDC. But since then, since now everybody is trying to see how best they can get their own party headquarters other than renting, because we saw 2017 when George Weah won, or Unity Party was kicked out of the party headquarters because of the same how they call the thing payment issue, and CDC just happened, which was also disgraceful. So getting political party is not anything bad. It's something that is good for the body politics of Liberia and for every political party. So CDC groundbreaking to get a political party is a good idea. But I saw an article like on Facebook, like the article says that somebody the guy who have the land, he said that CDC didn't purchase the land or stuff like that. So, and I want to concentrate my CDC brothers, right? If you want to do something, make sure you do it the right way, to the best of your ability, because there's a political institution, there's a party in waiting, right, that want to come to rule to rule Liberia. So if you're doing stuff like that, you should have everything under control. You shouldn't come with a political how you call it you should come with political rhetoric or something like you want to show beast, or you want to boast that you're trying to get a new party while you didn't purchase land, or you didn't pay the land owner, the person who have the land. So if it's a good idea, but if CDC want to do it, they should do it the right way, the proper way. They should come with everything that is clean, because we saw what happened, I think 2 or 3 months ago. They said that the land was for them. They pay the land owner, and at the end of the day, we saw letter from the court and what happened. So I don't have problem with CDC getting a political party or United Party, but they should just do it the right way. It shouldn't be like the first one what happened and what was booted out from the party headquarters.
Thank you. I agree. I think it's a good thing for every party to have their own or whatever. It's just that I know when some of us saying it because we don't support CDC, they would see it as bad advice. But I would say that this land is trouble already. I don't think that they should go ahead and do anything on this land. If this is what is being said, right? If it's true. Now, I don't know. I want to be careful as well. I don't know the nitty-gritty of this whole thing. That's the publication that we're reading into, right?
So where is the land located?
My seditious friends are saying that it's not true.
Near RC Lawson.
What?
RC Lawson.
Professor?
Congo Town.
Oh, okay.
So if it's true, you start talking my deliberation. I can work on these conditions. So yeah, but if it's true, there should be some cautious taking there, because if it's a problem on the land already and you haven't put anything on it, I think they need to do, if anything, that they have to go back and do more digging into it and something, and they need to pay attention to that and stop taking everything by politics. You never know when you go and force it. Well, hopefully not force it, because if somebody is claiming the land and the way he said he's going to court, or they said he has already filed in court, I think they should take some heed to that. And I think they should also, if this is a problem, you should look for somewhere else, because I'm not going to pour money on something like that. What is starting with trouble already, when that's what we went through from the last, and I think they should really pay attention to that and not force this because they have already told everybody that there's going to be the massive groundbreaking. My brother Eric said that was something groundbreaking. So it should happen by hook or crook. No, I think there should be some due diligence. But to be honest, I think that 2 lakh is freaking expensive. $300,000. What is that? Do they have diamonds on that land? 2 lakhs? That was too freaking expensive.
That's what I would tell you. It's politics. I would tell you it's politics. Everything.
I don't care where that land is. No, because it's not politics. Because let me tell you something. If I go ask for that land, he will probably tell me different price, right? But because it's a political party, it's a big name. That's the difference. When I come from here and go in the market and go ask for something, they give me different price. They give you a different price. But people ain't walking on something that they give. So that's the whole thing here, right? But it's still it's an expensive place. But hey, the party, I guess, has money to purchase the land, and they want to do that on there. And by all means, let them do it the right way and go through it before it be a problem tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to listen to me because Amy don't like CDC. No, I like CDC. I just don't like the leaders that are there right now. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Tomorrow might be the political leader of CDC. You never know. I know. I'm just kidding. I'm not a politician. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. But it's nobody trying to make this.
Just 30 seconds, please, if you can.
We're moving on. Eric said we'll talk about something important.
Yeah, let me just.
We almost out of time. So
I gotta run.
But then run.
Okay, so quickly, I'm running now. So the thing is that Amy, our jurisprudence is in such a way that people are so vulnerable. Even I bought land and they took it from me. I built house on it and they took the land, they took the house, everything. And these things happen in Liberia. Our system is in such a way that politics or anything. When I wasn't there, I was way on the side. So when my mom called me and said, "Oh, the house will finish being," but one woman can't say that I'll get a land. But she said she bought a land in, I think she said she bought it in 97 or something. And then the people who bought it left when they said they bought it around that same time, but older. You know what I mean? But guess what?
Person who has a Mother D wins.
Yeah, no, it wasn't about Mother D thing anyway. But they say, according to them, they said she had a relationship with a judge. And it's a small place, Cleveland, Maryland County. She had a relationship with a judge.
Did she have a D?
Everyone had a D. Everyone had a D. We have a D. She had a D. So it was not about D anymore. It was about who could, maneuver the system. You know what I mean? And she took the land in the house. So everything went. But here's the thing: anybody, you can buy land now. Anybody can go there and say they go to the court and say that a land. The court will come and hold halt to any operation you are doing on a land until the case is adjudicated. And maybe that's why the politicians are doing that. They are trying to jeopardize our groundbreaking by paying somebody to go and put a face on this land.
We ain't in the conspiracy theories now because we have no something to that anybody is paying anybody.
I'm just throwing it in there. But anyway, the person who bought the land from the person is the one that owns the land, and we already have all the documents that is needed to secure this land. So whoever is trying to maneuver to make sure that this program does not happen, anything CDC does, you people follow. They said on the 6th too. Next month, on the 6th of November, they're bringing ground for their own party headquarters. UP now. Most of you don't know that anyway.
That's good.
They buying the OCDC office.
Yeah, they didn't do it. Group of companies.
So we out of time.
I have money they use it. $4 million.
But talk about this stuff tomorrow. So again, ready have a discussion with it because we kind of something with time. So we'd like to wrap up for now. Sorry, let's start from you. Oh no! Somebody wanted to call first. The numbers is up. If you want to call and make your point, you can go ahead and do that. Just call that number and you'll be live. But until then, let's go. Sorry, let's start with you. When somebody call, we'll let you know. Go. What's going on with Sorry tonight? But go ahead, Monty. Let's start with you in the closing.
Like my Cody said, right? Is if the land is for CDC and they bought the land for the rightful owner, my advice is they should go ahead and continue with the bidding process. But if the land have some dispute, I think they should go back to the drawing board, or they should go back as a party to see how best they can meet with the family or the requisite representation to see how best they can finalize it and go back to start the process. But if they buy the land, they get, like you said, they get a model D or the original D, they can go ahead and start the process. That's all I can say for now.
Thank you. Eric? Eric, are you dead? You me? Are you frozen?
I didn't freeze.
Eric, you
I
frozen?
didn't freeze.
Go ahead, Mr. Davis.
We're closing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
Eric, you unmute. You unmute, Eric.
Yeah, I can go ahead now, or Mr. Davis should go ahead.
Very close.
Well, let me say, I'm troubled tonight.
What's you?
I'm troubled because I might be wrong, but it is my assumption that the panelists on this show are not average Liberians. They are above average.
What did you just call me?
I'm saying the panelists on this show aren't average Liberians. They are above average. I'm troubled that they are consuming without critical thinking that everything they hear on the radio, then they run judgment. Our CDC didn't do diligence. Our CDC, corrupt. We embarrassing ourselves. We're doing this. We're doing that. And let me extend it further. Even if the person who is purporting to be a landowner goes to court and there's an injunction, it does not give that person legitimacy to the land. It only shows a due process on our laws. So anybody can challenge the legitimacy of the land. But what is certain is that a renegade of the ANC will come on the show and refer to me as quote unquote indisciplined because I had proposed that we should prioritize issues that affect the bread and butter concerns of our people, especially to Ray, who is from Bon County, where there should have been a construction of a bridge that has been halted. He's not concerned about that. He doesn't read any news from Bon County again. But he's more concerned about somebody who appears to have mental crisis come on the radio and claim a land that he has absolutely no idea of, claiming that you receive
somebody because there's something on the land.
No, but let me say, the first thing is, I love America. In America, that man was saying to the psychiatric home for evaluation. There's a man who claimed that they gave him he said he charged 300,000, for a front view in Monrovia, which I know that it is by far more than that in Monrovia to have anywhere.
300,000 for 2 lots.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Monrovia, man. Monrovia is not this is still very expensive. So that money is even a chicken change. But that's not my point. My point is, if you charge 300,000 and you claim that you took 5,000 for the people to do groundbreaking, the question is, and a rational man should ask the question, why is he crying now? Has the groundbreaking, taken place? No, it hasn't. So what's the violation? I'm just assuming that his narration is right.
They gave him 5,000, and they haven't gotten to him yet.
Or they scheduled to pay him.
Yes.
He hasn't received
the groundbreaking scheduled to take place.
No, it's not about the groundbreaking. My issue is about the
5,000, like you said.
No, has he received the 5,000? That's my concern. Because he claimed that he received the 5,000, except he said he has not received it. Because if he received 5,000 and the people say, okay, hold the 5,000 after the groundbreaking, we will discuss. The groundbreaking hasn't taken place. So why are you ranting about? And And my
You
frustration
see, y'all
is
wanted to talk about this topic, so you don't understand what they're reading. But go ahead.
no, don't assume that I don't understand it. I'm only saying I only propose that we have paramount concern in our country that when people suspend their sleep, they should be able to have issues that will directly impact their life. And that's CDC headquarters or Unity Party
But
headquarters.
Eric, you cannot suddenly assume that we saw these things and we chose CDC headquarters. We will still talk about CDC headquarters anyways, but you cannot assume that we saw something concerning born content when you, Eric, sat on the show here before and condemned the public word. I think these people are listening to us. That's why they took actions. So why will you come here now and talk about us not caring about this, us not caring about that? When we're talking about the Musa ability, something the last time. But anyways, hold on 1 second. I got a call coming through.
You're buying time for Eric.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Eric, I only 30 seconds left. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Nigga.
Hello?
Bring me that close to Eric here so I can be next.
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling us from? Call.
My name is Eddie. I join you from Vancouver.
Awesome. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the show. I appreciate the conversation. My brother was talking about we should switch the topic to what happened in Bon County. Nothing big have happened in Bon County compared to what have happened CDC not doing due diligence when it comes to acquiring the land. And I think this is how they were running our country, how they running their party, team, and sign good document for our land, and they want to jump straight to groundbreaking. You know, get woman, you want to take a trouser? You don't do that. Yeah. So CDC, they need to do their background work very well, show that everything is correct, cross all the T's and dot the R before you even come out to the public, because this is the party that was just in power.
But shouldn't we wait to see the gentleman going to court first before we can jump into
The gentlemen have gone to court according to the information circulating. I think they had to send some document to CDC. I think maybe by tomorrow or so you'll see the detail coming up. But the gentlemen have already gone to court. So the issue in Bon County, maybe he's trying to make it like a big deal. Even in the great United States where we are, they will ask you to present.
Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. By the way,
I don't want to make him to understand something. The issue of building a bridge is centered around safety. So the government have to get an understanding as to what it is that you're going to erect.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's why that is more important even than what you're trying to picture here. They deny the people of Bon County bridge and all that one.
Thank you.
Come first. Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So, Lane, 30 seconds.
It doesn't matter. If you give me 1 second, I will still learn. But here I say, when Malan Salif said that the education sector in Liberia is a mess, I now believe that 100%. Somebody sits behind the telephone or even on the platform and say because someone is claiming that they went to court, even if the person went to court, does that prove that citizens did not do due diligence? How can people be this naive? And these people claim to be the brightest, the most quote-unquote educated than seditionists. Going to court does not even prove, even if there is a stay order on the CDC or groundbreaking, it does not prove legitimacy. What proves legitimacy is the outcome of the court. So you cannot say that because somebody claimed entitlement or inheritance of the land, so it means CDC did not do due diligence. That's being naive. That's being myopic.
Oh, thank you.
And we can't have to kind of, to elevate kind of opinion there. Yeah, to elevate kind of opinion, it means that something is wrong with our conscience.
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah.
Let's go to Tatos in Liberia before Mr. Davis. Before Tax Assembly kick off. You see the you see the LEC shining on top of forehead like that, right? We don't know what his name, Elon Musk, behaving
You
like
know,
that. So let's just go ahead.
Nana CDC down, then a day now go off 3-4 times. All right, straight to the point. You know, one thing my brother don't understand is that, and he need to understand it. Those guys been running government on last. These are the same thing they've been doing their party headquarters. They say, oh, let them go to court. What we know, we own the party headquarters. Even the judge may sit on the issue and say, oh, everything have been finalized, that they have done everything. So the party headquarters will be for them. Now they coming with a story. My brother saying that, oh, we don't understand this, that. You know that the problem of the public work ministry, even when you building house, they can post up to you. You don't know. If you don't know it today.
Something we'll talk about that something there tomorrow.
Yeah, I just want to show that. But one thing I will tell my brother, y'all do the right thing. They'll go and be your party headquarters. Nobody running behind you, and nobody run behind you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, anybody do that, will be against it. But go ahead, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, to just throw light on some things, and Eric said the CDC for the dictation. They want to dictate to the person who running the show what topic to discuss, what not to discuss, which is not right to the platform. We gotta be serious about it and tell him the truth. If Emmy running the show, Emmy bring a topic up. If you running the show, you can bring whatever topic you want to bring on. Nobody gonna condemn the topic they're going to bring on. If they bring the topic or say this is the topic we need to discuss it, you want to discuss it, let John over you. That's period to that point. You cannot tell the person this is our priority. CDC get over million people. One cannot get million people. So which my priority? One can they bring CDC of a million people and have you're going to select 2 lakh or can even take 50,000 people. You can even take 10,000 correct. 2 lakh. You can take 10,000 when you divide it into square foot. You can even take 5,000 good people. You're over, I don't know how many thousand people you're going to be joining that man 1 lakh, 1 point some more lakh. And Amy was talking about the land expensive. About the first office they were occupying, it was 1 point some more lakh. It was in millions. They were in 300,000 too. I mean, that one was in acre, 1 acre, 1 point some more acre.
Yeah, at least that one was big.
Yeah, but in million. This one is in 300,000. We mean this one is cheaper. The 300,000 is cheaper. Even United Party or head of it, you know how much they were selling it? They were selling it expensive. It all depends whether you buy 50 cents before, whether you buy the time your grandfather then came from America and throw soon that hey.
Who grandfather then?
You people, when you came from Germany, they were throwing soon.
You see where the topic going, but
so, yeah, so don't do it that way. Even brother, even don't think about Bon Country. We are Bongi, we here. We can think about Bon Country. The public work minister.
You can't tell Eric another thing about Bon Country. Eric's a Liberian. He's
not from Bon Country. Why are you worried about my crowd?
No, but he can be concerned by any concept.
No, you're not concerned about it. When you were in, when Joe Howard was vice president, why did he talk about the bridge? Okay. When vice president Joe Howard from Bon Country, why did he talk about the bridge?
Going by your logic, are you sedition? Why are you worried about CDC headquarters?
I'm not sedition. Not going by my logic. But CDC get over millions of people, millions of representatives. Have more than 300,000 over. Then why you not worried about it in Bon Country?
Thank you, Mr. Davis. The fire burning always kind of impressed Shakla. But go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a good thing that we come here every time we got a chance to come here. For me, I don't see anybody on the show like somebody and I run a competition. No, look, we are in a learning curve. That's why even if my talking, I'm very systematic and very coherent in my talking. When you talking, I listen to you. It not necessarily mean I agree with you. And even if I see where there's somewhere I need to just make a little correction, there's a way to say it. I hear that all the time. Let me provide the education. Look, sometimes just say it. Sometimes this can sound. Nobody have said that to me tonight, just to say that. But sometimes these things can sound like arrogant or probably condescending. Just say it because there are people listening. If I say something I didn't say in a better way, just come to say it in a better way. I will understand that, oh yeah, this may just correcting me. But the idea of let me provide education, let me educate you. I think let's just try to modify our way of talking. Look, Liberia has to start from somewhere. We can't keep saying the country we got to the people poor, they're not working. We can't keep finding excuses and the country keep bleeding. We got to start from somewhere. We got to pick up from somewhere. On earth, the country will not move forward. Look, we have a government. You cannot keep, driving into sentiment. Are you saying because the people poor, so that anybody can just bring rice? Even if that rice is not healthy for the people, you just bring rice because the country poor? No, it's not. That's not how it works. The government has an arm of development. Other countries, they call it social, welfare and development ministry. In Liberia, we got public work ministry. This ministry is responsible to regulate. You can't just be if you try to be a bridge, the government can say, look, hold on. You have to first provide the necessary. You know, in our closing, I mean, we'll still talk about it tomorrow if need be. The government has a right to say, look, the government has a right to look into whether the necessary mechanisms are in place for the safety. Not just anybody can kind of be a bridge. That's not how it works. The government is not saying don't be a bridge. The government is only saying they want to know how you're going to build a bridge. Who are the engineering? What are the safety costs? That's all about it. For you to say just leave it open, anybody can be a bridge. Even in this America, just to close up, even in this America, your own house you're living in, even if you want to be a toilet in that house, you gotta inform the government because they want to know that whether it's safe. There are other people that will come and live in that house. There are other people that will use that cambo that you want to be in that they want to know whether it's safe. But just because our country, some of the things that are not common to us. So when you're happy, we want to, sentimentalize it. Say, oh, somebody want to bring rest and the government stopping it. No, that's not how you run a country. Liberia is too old for that kind of thing. Yeah, But on the overall, it was a good show. I just want to thank everybody. Let's pray for the country and keep pushing for the country. Thank you all.
Thank you, family. Yeah, sorry.
I know you always trying to do your best for the show, but there's something I'll beg your indulgence.
What's that, bro?
So please, not always be coming to be buying time for Eric. The time you can always notice that Eric is about to finish, and then you will just come in the form of asking a question, and then Eric will go back to the fray and go and get extra time to say all kind of things you want to say. I just hope I call your attention. Thank you for paying keen attention to this.
So I shouldn't ask Eric a question when he talks something out of line?
No, wait for him to finish.
I'm buying time
You can ask him, but wait for him to finish.
I gotta wait.
Wait, let him finish because you gave him time. Because you the moderator, you gave him time. Once the time elapsed, he asking the question. It'll be all right. But Eric is a very corny guy. You know how he can, maneuver his way to steal time. But here's the thing, the time you should be calling Eric to book when Eric start doing names calling. That one of the issue on the show that when some of us try it, some people run away today, they can't come out on the show. Because Eric sat on the show and even calling and referring to the caller as naive, myopic, and using all those strong terms. And in fact, referring to a fellow panelist as a renegade or CDC. Look, everybody listen to you, Eric. Everybody listen to you. So, especially when they mention CDC, Then now you become so enriched with anger. So all of the vocabulary you start descending down there, start looking for all kind of vocabulary, calling people myopic, and that's okay. And the moderator get lean back, lay bay, and allow you to flow. But that's the thing, no problem. But look,
I don't know the definition of the word.
Oh, okay. Just wait. Just wait. Let Airbnb join you. Let Airbnb show. But look, Amy, we had a great show. And like I've always said, it is important that we come, I consider the place the intellectual theater, with that quarter mass, with that set. And we put it in perspective. Everybody come with a way they want to put it. But in the end, the general goal of this show is for us to make sure that the messages that we send out there, and it should be received with clarity. Our people should receive the message with clarity. But I understand that the sentiment that is associated with being displaced, when people are kicked out of homes and they are somewhere dangling, they are squatting, it affects that way of thinking. And that mental health, my brother always talking about, I know that there are some mental crisis going on right now, because for somebody to stand on and call big and elaborate press conference and say that we have already secured land, and even saying that the ruling party, member of the ruling party, is even contributing 18%. And then for us to come with different revelation early in the morning to say you give somebody $5,000 and you did a kangaroo and negotiation so that you can go and do your groundbreaking and do a charade. So people will go there. Oh, hey, I said when I get land, we'll finish doing our groundbreaking now, and then the next phase of the project we'll never see it again. And it was lost from the history book, like the lost city of Camelot. You know about Camelot in Merlin. You can only find it now in the footnote of books in Great Britain. It's not a real story. Now Eric, no story there. But Eric, look, we have said it over and over on this show. This is a serious government. This is not a government that just that based a judgment on innuendos, falsehood, and lies. We have already told you, anything that is done in our country must be done according to the law and should be done properly. CMC, maybe you did not do your follow-up. That due diligence they say everybody should do. You guys are so impulsive. You get already take things and wrong. CMC wrote a communication acknowledging the Ministry of Public Works. They acknowledge the Ministry of Public Works. They say, oh yes, we agree. They go and check it. They wrote them. They say, oh, we know that there's a mistake. It's not they're not stopping bulk kind of people from getting, or they're not stopping any private individual from building any infrastructure. Labrador infrastructure, the infrastructure system in Labrador, we still below. We still below. So anybody who have the mind to develop the country, they give it away. Go and develop the country, but it should be done according to the law. How it should be done. Send your design. We have to look for safety concern, environmental hazard, and all of those things. We have to look at them. You can go take something and go pull something. You can go pull a part of sand and
I don't think we need to discuss it.
A few rocks in there. And pose serious threat to the livelihood of people who are going to use that particular bridge. So the Ministry of Public Works has the responsibility to ensure that every infrastructure in that country should meet a standard. So thank you very much. Hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll come back on the show and we'll have another revelation. I told you, Amy, Liberia is impregnated with contradiction. Every day we'll get something to talk about. There's no day that will not get a story. So tomorrow we'll have somebody coming up with the revelation, because according to reliable sources, the guy is appearing tomorrow on Spoon. He appearing on Spoon, the new radio Kigali in the country.
It's sorry, guest speaker now because he giving guest speaker role.
My man, give me a minute.
The amount of time you give sorry, you never give it to any of us.
Thank God you say sorry.
What time I guess sorry?
Me just sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, brother. Sorry. My apologies.
Them
My
mental health
apologies, my
crisis.
brother. My
Them
apologies.
mental
My
health
family
crisis.
are calling sorry.
Them mental health crisis. You see
Yeah,
how
I'm
it
sorry,
affect you now.
brother.
So you'll be looking at family like cause sorry. You see FAMICT. Don't worry,
Thank you.
Eric, come here.
Thank you
I
so
just have
much.
to hear me.
Eric need to come out on. Eric,
I
Hey,
think
pick up my hair, but I have to close.
I think it was a great show, and I want to thank each and every one. Yeah, I believe in my mind always. We are running for Liberia. No matter how you speak, no matter how you put it out there, you want it for Liberia, right? But when people are dissolute in their minds and intellectually unbalanced,
Mm.
you become confused. When you
South.
become confused, you lost, and when you lost, you speak out information that doesn't make sense.
I will
To
say.
protect the popular discourse or to get something cycle of the popular discourse, I'm not going to fall for Eric's usual strategy of running away from the topic. When I say, brother, you're not disciplined to restrict yourself to a particular topic. I'm not saying behavior wise. I don't know you in person. I know you're a very good smart man. By the way, your haircut match you. So basically, to the issue, when you call me renegade for the ANC, I resign from ANC. How can I be renegade to a political party that do not speak for, or because I acknowledge some of the things Mr. Kumi said the last time? No, I'm not a member of the ANC. Like that, correct? I'm an independent thinker and I support this government moving forward. So the issue about the CDC headquarters is something that is paramount to we as Liberians. I don't think nobody should come and bring that revolutionary tactic because that's the usual thing of sedition. Oh, this is not important. This is important. What makes a particular issue important? What validates a particular issue being important and what validates one's not being important? And you say you are in opposition. You want to come to power. If you want to come to power, we have to be there to scrutinize some of the things that you're doing so we can give you power back if it will happen. So, Brother Eric's, we understand the usual thing. And sometimes my sister fall for it. She go into it, she want to make, you talk about other people being guest speaker, but I think you are the more guest speaker. And
I know, you can get a lot of time here.
Yeah, you are the more guest speaker. And I want you I want you to be tolerant at a certain point in time. Like one of the brothers at Morris, not basically what you saying on this platform, I agree to it, but I have to listen to it because you know what? Democracy gives everybody the space to speak out in the comment section. There are people insulting citizens, there are people insulting this government. We have to accept them because that's the space, right? Sometimes you want to be tolerant because you know who you are, what you want to do for society. But I think it was a great show, Amy. Let's keep strengthening these conversations. I want to thank each and everyone in the comment section. All of you guys are sharing the platform is a great time. Is a time of education. We learn, we listen. Usually I don't see nobody to be a king of knowledge. We are all on the way, like the brothers that we're learning.
Absolutely.
We have to acknowledge one another and not be boastful of some of the things that we say all of the time. But I think that's a conversation everyone has to discuss the issue. But Eric, I believe that you guys want to come to power, you should be accountable to the people. Thank you very much.
I agree
I
with
think
that's all right. And I also agree with
you're closing.
everybody else.
We already did, bro.
We finish close, you know.
No.
I mean, you are helping verb for family, man. You close already. Family break to helping.
Let me
let me just get a point, right?
You already closed already. So let me
it's not, I know, but let me just get a point.
That man, that's easy, man. That man, like family helping verb.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I see this.
So the whole issue about somebody talking and nobody doing this, guys, we all grown here, right? And we're all mature. I do agree about the way people speak. The only thing we don't do here is do mouth cussing and something, insulting somebody. But if you ask me, when somebody says somebody ignorant to the conversation, that is not an insult. If you don't know something, to say, oh, you don't know something, you being ignorant to it. I mean, it's not an insult to you, but it's actually saying that you are not, something, should I say, you don't have the information, so to speak, right? But I guess if you put it in B English, then it sounds like insult, but it's really not an insult. Okay, so if somebody's saying that, formula, you from LU, you do that here a lot. You say all
But,
all those things. As long as
sorry,
you're
but trust of what to
somebody,
matter.
you're not
Sorry
going.
for cutting you off. Trust of what matter in some of these discourse.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you're
But
not insulting the person, that's my only thing that I come up to.
but the
If
issue,
we have to take the juice out of it to be saying, the person who more do that, then you're making it show something. If the person is not being personal and insulting the person, that's what I look for. I
I
don't know
agree.
about something. That's all I look for. Don't just
want
be personal
Eric
with
leg.
somebody. You're just that. Also, so all you did, all you stupid, all you did, all your no, we're not doing that here. The insulting part of it. But to say, somebody, if you're ignorant to the conversation, or if you're just I don't see that to be a. I don't know. I mean, but
Let me
everybody's.
educate you. It's not a cause. It's not an insult. And let me provide you the referral information. It's not an insult. It's like you providing the person the information. What is the aim of argument? The aim of argument is not to win, but to learn, right? So the person that providing the information or they want to educate you, that means you are some way or the other, you don't have the information 100%. So they're trying to put you on track, trying to give you.
Or no.
Yeah.
So you think?
That
So you
insult?
think?
Eric,
So you
Eric will
think?
tell you one day, then he educate you in a very boastful manner.
So you
Yeah, I
think
got
that's
problem with that. If I'm saying something that is not right,
Let's do
then
that.
you
No,
can
no,
educate me.
Yeah, I
So
love to be
people are very
educated. I
vocal.
mean, but
Listen,
everybody
so
ain't saying that too. Everybody's different. A person
look,
said incident, but like I said,
some things are just
I don't see
subjective
as
because
far for me.
when you say let me educate you, the person too will say, but why you came to educate me and you even wrong. So it will be like a back and forth. So the point here is that sometimes just come to say what you're going to say. That's because look, it all depends how you understand it. Somebody can say, "Are you stupid?" You can consider it insult because the first thing, why may you even think that I'm stupid for you to even say it? So it's all about how you understand it and how the next person understand it. That's all.
Okay, shouldn't get the person say let me provide clarity. You get a problem with that?
Brother,
that is quite
you know what?
Divine clarity is
family,
quite
family knows what I'm talking about. When
So
before
let's
family
let's do that at the back. Let's do
family
that at
can
the back.
go to his whole, something. As no family not calling somebody,
Oh yeah, I mean, I've told Eric many times that he's sentimentally and naive.
all the
I told him,
it's not. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they do. The
how
hearts, on the psychometry to the intellectual Atai station there. I mean, those are the things that people be saying. I mean, they just want to put words out there, but it doesn't
But
mean. But the insult and personal something is what we would not accept on this platform, which I think is fair enough to everybody. So I don't something. But thank you guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much for always being with us, for always coming here to listen to us talk about Liberia, as we all love Liberia. You sit there and watch us all day. So now we argue, we yell at each other. It's because we all care about Liberia. We want to see it move forward. And we appreciate you. Continue to share the show. Okay? Family.
Yeah.
Share
Guys,
the show.
all of us on the show have visited everybody platform. Eric, you did not even share the show on your page today. You did not share the show on your page. You come here and you don't share the show on your page. That's the first responsibility. As soon before you bounce on the show, share the show on your page. At least you share it on your page, then people know that you on, and then people are going to see your live and they will follow and come and see what Eric saying.
No, I agree with you that I did not share it today, but with Zoom that I've not been sharing it. That's not
I
right.
said today, Eric, don't
Yeah,
turn my
now
English
what
around.
say now?
Yes,
Yeah, yourself
to show that people
By the way, I
watch
said I
this
agree with
for the
you. I came
lifestyle.
on late. It's like
Yeah,
on the show
you want
late.
to turn it around? I said, but to assume that I'm being sharing the show. I said
Yeah,
today.
but I want
The last time,
I
right?
don't know why you
Guys,
single
we were
me
just
or I
talking
came on the
about
show late.
yeah, right. We were all talking
Yeah.
about breach building business.
I have a
come
I
here,
have
let me finish.
input.
Guys, let me finish.
No, Emmy got to pour in the bag before because we're talking
Pour in
off
the
the
bag,
script
pour
now.
in the bag. Pour
Yeah,
in
but
the
in the
bag.
show,
People watch this show. Every time we came here the last time, we're talking about the breach business, the security, and how anybody can just get up and build breaches, right? And build stuff. The next thing we know, most of it, they're getting a communication or what's his name? whatever. So I mean, I think we're making some. We shouldn't doubt our low part. Our low effort that we make here. I think sometimes it get across. Because I never heard anybody talking about that before. If they did, I apologize, but I haven't heard it. So yeah. So when Eric even said that, which I didn't see, I was like, oh, so maybe they're listening to some of us around here, but we don't know. But anyways, so yeah, guys, this.
Well, I sent it to you. You did not acknowledge that you received it.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
I said by the time we're out of time.
We are vital to the development of our country. We in the diaspora made our country extending now because the support from here alone. Helping people, no job, nothing over there for people to do.
When the show ends,
we appreciate you. Continue to share the show, and we'll see you guys willing tomorrow. Good night.
Okay.
And have a wonderful night, sleep, whatever. Anywhere you sleep on.